Myself a burra. Burra. It's not on yet, right?
Fucking coffee everywhere.
Oh,
Everywhere.
everywhere. America.
Okay.
I love that Team America looked like it was going to be like a satire on American imperialism and colonialism, and then instead it's just like, nope, it's fucking making fun of the shit libs.
I love that they blew up what's his face. That fat fuck.
Oh, Michael Moore,
Michael
they
Moore.
actually stuffed his fucking marionette with ham before they blew him up, so there would be more like junk just flying around, more meat.
Oh, I hate him. Like
He's
talking
a
about
horrible
fucking
fucking cunt. We were
a
attacked
good
by a giant
example.
socialist
Or,
weasel.
Why doesn't that crappy webcomics blog? I'm following them, but whenever
They don't
I
have
do a
any
new
content.
podcast, they don't fucking post about it.
They don't
He's gonna-
post about anything
I was
ever.
gonna go into how awful Michael Moore is, but I'll wait
They
until we start
fucking
podcasting.
should.
Yeah, we should start. Let's start. Let's get into the
We're already started. It's live.
Oh,
what? Oh shit! Has it been
again.
live or did you just start it a second ago?
I fucking started it and then I left the room.
Oh fuck. Well,
Nope,
all right.
it's doing it again.
Doing what again?
The thing where it says live, but it's not because it's not showing up.
I think you have to give it a bit. You
Yeah,
did mark as
there's
public.
definitely a delay,
Yeah, that happened to me last time too, I think. And then it just showed up all of a sudden.
and you
It's
know
like, oh,
what?
there it is.
It fucking published even though it was set to unlisted originally. Ugh.
Come on.
I now have to like open up one of the previous videos to go to your account because it's just easier. Yeah, here it is. SWC56, the most punchable gender, live now.
Come on, it's not showing up on my.
Oh, successfully
It is for me.
defended
You want me to
fall.
link it to you?
I
Yeah, I'm
successfully
just-
I'm just waiting for it to show up in subscriptions, so I know it's going.
Yeah, it takes a while to show up in subscriptions, but here's the actual link.
Okay.
Ugh. I'm gonna have a
Hopefully.
Fob defense missions. Common medal.
Hooray!
I got a legendary soldier just for being offline when I was attacked.
neat. Legendary soldier. You know, that was one thing that was a pain in the ass in Pizza Walker was
Being constantly
Trying-
called the legendary soldier. Boss.
trying to get like the higher ranked guys was just a complete crapshoot. There's no indicator that they're going to be any better rank at anything.
Yeah, that's one of the things you could do in this. There's no problem in this. In this, you fucking just like, the scanner says that they've got a fucking A double plus rank in this.
Double plus ungood rank.
Double plus good.
But yeah, I like that in MGS5 it actually shows you before you pick them up. You know what's funny though? When I was playing online a few days ago, I saw somebody had like a Carl Gustav, a fucking Lord Carl, that fired like a rocket that on impact would turn into blue smoke that would Fulton instantly anyone who was caught in the blast.
You were playing this online?
Yeah,
yesterday?
it in Peace Walker.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Shit.
Yeah, I didn't even know such a thing was in Peace Walker. It turns out there's a bunch of shit in Peace Walker, like a bunch of guns I still didn't even have access to.
Yeah, there's still
Coffee
a bunch
in
of.
my hair.
I'm gonna try and actually like finish. That's the thing is with Piss Walker is eventually I just gave up on it. I was
That's
at
all
the
you can.
very last mission and then I gave up on it.
I had actually built the fucking Metal Gear Zeke, and I was sending it on missions with like full mission things full of tanks, and then everything would get destroyed, including the fucking Zeke. It was so fucking pissing me off.
A Zeke?
Yeah, that's the name of the new.
A Zeke.
I think that's the other Watchers meme.
Hazy.
What happened? What
But yeah,
happened to your face?
The Metal Gear Zeke is the Metal Gear that you and your guys build in Peace Walker, which is of course more powerful than the Rex. It's pretty much is the Rex.
Yeah,
Look
exactly.
at your dog's little boots. What the fuck?
Yeah, you didn't remember?
His little
seeing that?
booties.
Yes, he's got little sneaking boots.
He's got little sneaking
Oh
booties.
shit!
sneaking
I just
booties.
remembered my music is something that might get us flagged.
Oh
I
my!
don't think that's gonna.
No,
fucking
I
matter.
can't.
Who gives a
I
shit?
can't even hear it. Well, are you at Big
Well, you
Shit
can't
Hall?
hear it, but that's the thing is the
It'll
audience
display on the stream.
the audience can hear it.
The
I
stream
just
audio will play it, yeah.
I just
The
got to
stream
turn it
it's
down and change it.
you're fine. It's not in the stream audio at all.
It's
Well, it's not in
fucking
this
it
Skype
is.
call.
That's
It's
the
not
thing
in
is
the
I had the
Skype
volume
call.
up to 20% last time I did this, and you could hear like the in-game. If you listen to the fucking stream,
Yeah,
you
we
could
can't
listen
hear
to
it over the Skype audio that we're listening to, but if you listen to the stream itself,
I have it quiet. I probably couldn't hear it.
I
Anyway,
can't hear it. But the thing is that I don't think it's playing right. Like he has to actually be in the helicopter on a mission or something.
It was
hi
playing immediately,
everybody.
and it was maximum weeaboo
Max.
infuriation. It
Oh,
was designed for
rape.
maximum weeaboo.
It's about how weeaboos are the biggest faggots in the world.
The biggest.
It's the
And the
super
Hello.
specifically. Well, if you saw what I changed it from, you know what the song is.
Weeaboos, welcome back.
Weeaboos.
We missed you.
Hello, Tank. Since we know that you're watching,
And
we
Kate
know,
Leth.
we know that you're
Tank
both.
and Kate Leth, both a
Is
couple
Kate
of
Leth our
faggots.
biggest fan?
Yes.
She loves
She's
it.
the most thirstiest secret fan, aside from Tank.
Well, yeah, D-Dog also has. First off, D-Dog is now colored like a fucking fox.
Oh, that's
His
right.
name
You
is
got the
D-Dog?
fox skin. Yeah, Diamond Dog.
Diamond Dog.
Isn't that a reference to like a fucking
It's a
David
song.
Bowie song or some shit?
Yeah.
And there's another David Bowie song.
The Man Who Sold the
Man Who
World.
Sold the World is in the fucking game, which is, I mean, it's kind of cool.
There's a bunch of pop music in the game, like it's fucking GTA or something.
Take on Me is actually a fucking findable song that you can hear on people's radios and shit.
They have tape decks. I'm pretty sure the Russians did not have tape decks.
God,
or-
they're
or
just
cassette
shoving
players.
every single fucking game they're shoving into this game.
Yeah,
Fucking
exactly.
GTA,
Which is
fucking
good.
Skyrim.
It's about
Yeah,
time.
which is good. That's the thing. They stole from the best for a change.
Instead of trying to do it himself and failing.
Yeah, Far Cry 3 and 4 especially. Far Cry 3 and 4 and like there's another game that was very similar to the Far Cry 3 and 4 that MGS stole from. I'm trying to think. Far Cry 2 and to some extent too. And the GTA games and the Assassin's Creed games, of course. I mean that's not even a secret. He fucking actually put Altair in one of the fucking Metal Gear Solid games. Um,
Dire.
Got a cute little dog like the Fable games.
Oh yeah, and he's got
Yes.
a mask.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, the Fable games or
He's
like
got this blast shield
Fallout.
over his
I think
eyes.
Fallout 3, to some
With
extent.
the blast shield over my eyes, I can't see.
Can't see shit. Can't
Can't
see
see
shit with the blast shield
shield.
down.
Yeah, he's got a little sneaking suit with little sneaky boots.
It's adorable. Why does he have an eye patch? Does he have a missing eye?
Yeah. You'll notice that when you pick him up as a puppy, he has like an eye scratched out. And you can get him without the eye patch. In fact, I think I could customize him right now. Buddy, equipment, D-Dog, and there's also D-Horse and
I'm
D-Walker.
looking at the thread from
And here,
of our podcasts.
the color, I can change him to look like a bunch of other shit.
Just looking at
Make
this
him-
Rambo comic though.
Make him a fucking Tumblr dog. Make him pink.
Oh,
No, I can only choose a few, and
Aw.
the
Can't
only
make him a rainbow
unrealistic one
sparkle
is
dog.
the fox one.
You're misgendering
Ah,
me.
yes.
You're
Yeah, but
misgendering the
here, eye
dog.
Very
patch,
tricky.
no eye patch, which has you can see the scratch. I can't really
the
zoom in
fucking.
much.
I
And then
mentioned
can
that.
actually do a false artificial eye.
I was saying that as I hoped that Rambo 4 would be on Netflix, and it was not, which is really disappointing. I looked, and Rambo 1, 2, and 3 were on there, which I won't say they're the worst ones. Rambo 1 is still good, or First Blood is good.
Three is by and large the worst one.
Yeah, 3 was really boring, in fact. And then, of course, he's helping the fucking Mujahideen, the fucking Hajis, and he's essentially helping the future fucking the Taliban and the fucking future Osama bin Laden.
Hey, thanks, Rambo.
Yeah, you
Swell
can't exactly
guy.
blame him because, like, you understand the concept of like, hey, they're fighting
They
against.
actually
the
mentioned
Russians.
that in this game is like, oh, America is supplying the fucking
Well, of course,
Mujahideen
in
with
fucking
Stinger missiles.
Yeah, all the Metal Gear Solid games, to some extent, are like, ugh, war is wrong and bad. But meanwhile, here's an awesome scene where you're machine gunning a bunch of faggots.
You know,
Here's a scene where he punches 5 people in a row. It's actually a lot more toned down in this. In this fucking game, it's probably the most sane, most stable, as opposed to all
Like
the other
least
fuck.
retarded, in other words.
Yeah, exactly. The story is less retarded than ever before. The cutscenes are less boring.
Their nukes are bad message and all that gay shit.
Exactly.
Gay
I was
fuel.
thinking about how we'll go into a country and destabilize them and install our own whatever, and fund
Hmm.
the military and whatnot
Knock over
secretly,
the
quote in
dictators.
quotes. Fucking, and these are all shitty third world countries, of course. If they had their shit together, we probably wouldn't need to be doing that. We could just have a good diplomatic relationship with these countries. But no, we've got to go in and fuck with them. Like if your people gave a shit, you'd have had a revolution like we did 200 years ago.
Well, when they have a revolution, it's for a communist dictatorship to replace this other shitty
And then they
dictatorship.
complain about how we have all the money, and it's like, all you'd have to do is be capitalist. It's
Hmm.
the only thing you need to do, is just have a capitalist system and fucking actually make money, and everyone gets richer.
It's like I don't care about these countries. I don't care about these people
These
anymore.
horrible shitholes.
I
These
don't
these
care. I don't care how
swarthy,
miserable you are.
swarthy wogs.
You filthy, these filthy
Filthy little
little.
wogs. Smack. Fucking smacks him in the face
It's
like a child.
You like karate chops him in the neck. That's what they. That's kind of how you had to do a movie slap back then. But you couldn't actually do it. You had to do like a weird karate chop to the neck. But still, hey, it counts. It actually is
Like,
probably more painful.
go on about how the civilians are suffering and blah 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 blah. I don't care.
Yeah, things
Gay
that
civilians.
they don't really actually care about
They
because they're the
No.
ones responsible for it. But they know that fucking we will end up feeling bad about it. It's so fucking America, look what you're doing to us. And it's like, no, you're
ISIS
doing this
is
to
not
yourself,
trying
you
to fix
faggots.
its own country. ISIS is trying to like small tiny ants bite at something much larger than itself instead of fixing the problems in its own country. So I don't give a shit.
Well,
But
ISIS's solution, they think, is essentially Sharia law. That's what they're trying to bring about is Islamic law. That's why they're the Islamic State.
yeah, I don't give a fuck about any of these.
Islamic steak.
Stake. But yeah, they're fucking bullshit garbage. The thing is that leaving them in power or letting them take power will not result in anything good. They should pretty much just be exterminated down to the last
I mean,
man moving the job.
these aren't like the military from whatever countries. This is civilians rushing off to join them. This is fucking
A lot of them are even from England.
Oh, how
There's
about that?
there's some from America who
I
are leaving
say.
to join ISIS.
Yeah,
And-
wait.
and
There was
Sweden,
there was a
and
link.
Sweden.
There was something I saw from like people Minnesotans, and it had Minnesotans in huge fucking scare quotes. It was like Minnesotans go to join the jihad.
But they were really just Muslims from like a Muslim family, immigrants who are
Yeah,
like,
but they
oh,
have-
America's the worst evil.
Terror
We're gonna
fucks.
live in fucking Minnesota for this while.
Because while you were here, you didn't notice how awesome it was here. Apparently,
How much free? That's the thing. They come here because it's freer because no other Islamic sect is going to cut their throats in a church. But while that's
In a
when they come here.
church.
But then all of a sudden they're like, oh, this place isn't Islamic. This place is evil.
yeah. Have fun shitting in the
I'm-
sand instead of a toilet.
I'm not
like-
allowed to
you
slice
really
my
want to.
daughter's clit off.
Yeah,
Yes, exactly.
I mean
So
we
they
have
hate America.
fast food and plenty of everything and electricity here, but I would much rather slit
Plenty.
my fucking daughter's pussy off. That's what I want.
I'd rather decapitate her because she committed the crime of being raped by my brother, who fucking will become completely unpunished. But then all the feminists in America will complain about rape culture not involving fucking Muslims,
Yeah,
of course, because that would be racist.
their idea of rape culture is, oh, this frat boy, he fucked me and then didn't call me the next day. I wanted to get married to him because he's fucking dangerous.
Because he doesn't give a shit about me, therefore he's attractive. That's what women actually think. What's wrong with these dumb cunts?
Shay
Slags.
Connett in the chat says kids were running away from the UK to join ISIS. born and raised in the UK but ran off to ISIS anyway.
Yeah.
That's shocking, right
Yeah, their
there.
families came from these shithole Middle
Yeah,
East
I think
countries.
they're probably being brainwashed by their own families
Well,
to
their
be
families, but
extremely
also
Islamic.
their neighborhoods are completely overrun with Muslims. That the mosques brainwash them about how the
So
evil of the country they live
there
in
was
and
no
shit.
integration. They just kind of moved their
Exactly.
shithole over and plopped it down right in the middle of England
And it is a shithole.
Yeah, they
instead
want to
of
turn England. Well, the thing is that's what it says in the Quran to do is to convert all non-Muslim countries to Muslim, and that's what they're trying to do. So they immigrate to all these countries, especially like England, but also Sweden. In fact, not only are a lot of people like fucking ISIS terrorists who left Sweden to go be join ISIS, a lot of them are coming back to Sweden, and Sweden is actually giving them fucking money.
I don't know if you saw that
what?
thing. I don't know if it got posted yet, but I might have queued it up on my troll blog about the it's like a Swedish campaign for multiculturalism and crossbreeding, and it's like a white Swedish lady who's like warbling the fucking Swedish national anthem while fucking this black guy. It's a commercial they had on Swedish TV. And then, oh, what happened to her? Oh, she ended up getting killed by a black guy.
And by black guy, you mean like a fucking Somali immigrant from Sweden.
Yeah, it was actually an American. It was actually an American black guy who moved to
Oh,
Sweden.
so it's some black gangster who moved to Sweden. Oh, that's even more fucked up because he was probably a Muslim too, though. He's probably a Muslim immigrant,
Fucking
anyways.
I have no idea. You're gonna have to finish out the story because I'm
I've never
fucking
heard of
busy.
this before in my life.
It's up on my troll blog. The whole story is up on
I
my
know
troll
that
blog.
I know that a lot of fucking ISIS terrorists are going back home to Sweden, and Sweden is trying to actually enact laws to get them set up with like welfare and money.
well, they're gonna burn Sweden to the ground.
Yeah, there already are. In fact, there's like grenade attacks and shit going on in
Yeah,
Sweden.
welcome back. We missed you.
By the way, here's something that
Hmm.
the SE mod got from.
Let's see.
It's kind of an overdue commission. It's pretty
Oh
cool
shit!
though. Probably should
Is
be
that
kept secret though. But yeah, it's from fucking. It's one of his things from a certain character from a certain video game.
I like it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I will save.
This artist does a pretty good job of drawing this race of fucking people.
No, last time we talked about how certain cultures are bad, and I don't. I would argue that
bad.
America, as like a baseline, has no culture. It's just say what you want, do what you
Which
want,
is
don't hurt
superior.
anybody. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's not a culture. That's just you
It's just
being
people.
here.
It's like and that's part of the law is that like no culture or religion can be preferred by the state officially according to the
And
Constitution. That's why
within
it's
this
superior.
country, look at the places that actually do have some sort of culture. It's always bad. It's always involving murder, drugs,
Or
blah
it's
blah
boring.
blah.
Well,
Rap.
it's like the Thin Man quote about fucking 2,000 years of peace, and what did they come out with? The cuckoo clock.
Oh shit! And even like the clan is a culture, clan culture. What the fuck ever. It's no culture is good. Culture is bad. You don't want culture invading your country.
Oh,
You
the
want it-
Third Man. I fucking fucked up the name of the movie, The Third Man, and it had fucking Orson Welles in it. Yes, Harry Lime.
Like if you want to keep your fucking history, write it down in a book and leave it behind for someone else to study.
Yeah,
You don't
really,
need
it's
that
really
shit.
just like anytime anyone tries to get involved in culture, it's just like here's an excuse to be a fucking cunt.
You can't have culture without cult. Oh, Forge 2015. My quotes.
Here's Harry Lime.
It is a cult.
Harry Lime from The Third Man says, in Italy for 30 years under the Borgias, they had warfare, terror, murder, and bloodshed, but they produced Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, and the Renaissance. In Switzerland, they had brotherly love. They had 500 years of democracy and peace. And what did that produce? The cuckoo clock. Which is essentially saying war is pretty much what makes the world a
It's
better
basically
place.
the basic, and you don't need a quote to prove that. Basically, conflict is like part of. It's not even part of human nature. It's just part of nature in general. It's part of the entire creation of the
Yeah, the
cosmos.
whole of the animal world is built on conflict.
Like if you look here, where everything is fine, people have to find things to like
Yeah, they want to
fight
create
each other
conflict.
about.
I think that is kind of an inherent biological nature thing. They need to create conflict. We don't. We're like, hey, we don't need any conflict. We're happy with just living with
No,
ourselves. And a lot of people come to America for that, and a lot of people actually do still get that in
Well, the
America.
proper way is to at least acknowledge these truths and then like account for them. But instead, now, especially with the Jews, a lot of people are like, no, we don't need it. No, we're superior. We could just fucking get by. We don't need conflict. It's like without being able to acknowledge the basic nature of humanity and the Earth,
they're hypocrites too.
it's going to create more problems.
Because look at what they're doing. They're nearly militant in their pursuit of getting rid of free speech.
Yeah.
They are completely hypocritical when
I
they say
almost
that.
wish they would be militant, so we have an excuse to shoot them finally.
It's getting there. Look at fucking Anita the Snake. Went straight to the UN. Fucking these people are dangerous as shit. If they can, she was nothing
Dangerous.
until she started doing this, and then she winds up on TV. She winds up getting everything she wants, and she's wrong. She's demonstrably proven wrong again and again. And so how is she getting this? She's fucking dangerous. That's why
It needs to be destroyed
she must be destroyed.
with machine guns.
But that's the
Well,
thing is she's doing
you
it by
can't know.
playing on people's emotions and fucking.
Which is the most successful thing to do these days, is to
Sure.
basically assault people's emotions
It's
and be like,
very
here's how you
difficult.
get
It's
this.
very difficult to steal the frame away from that because then you're always the victimizer. You're always the aggressor.
Yeah, you're the,
Yeah,
the
and
evil meanie who doesn't care about poor innocent Wambian.
And any reaction against you is like, see, they're evil. They're proving my point. Even though it's just like, look, you're wrong. Here's why. Oh, you're triggering
Yeah,
me.
even though and a lot of these
Hate
feminists
facts.
are the ones who are like antagonizing. They're the ones who are basically they're antagonizing everyone to begin with, so it's their own fault.
Yeah, they
And
picked
then
a
that's
fight
where
with a bunch of fucking
that's
people
where
who were
rape
just
culture
hanging
comes
out.
from.
They're like,
And that's what,
gamers
yeah,
are dead.
that's
The
why I
victim
always,
blaming.
I find it very bizarre that people are like, oh, you guys were too hard on Kate Lethan. No, Stephen King. Like,
Really weren't.
that's fucking. But I mean, really, the people were saying that we crossed the line right out of the gate against her, and it's like,
Look,
how
what you
do
were
we do
doing
that?
amounts to burning an effigy is basically what you were doing. Making an effigy and burning it instead of
We're
like
making fun of
drawing
her. I wouldn't
pictures
even
of them
say we
being
went
raped by
that far.
horses and shit like that.
We
It's
didn't even
just-
go that far.
Well, I mean, just metaphorically, it's essentially what you're doing is making an image of these people and setting it on fire. Because I mean, people have been doing that since the dawn of time. I mean, it's a. I think I lost my point. I haven't had enough coffee yet. Yeah,
Is coffee the magic key?
yeah, I'm
Sort of
working on it.
magic
Hang on.
moment.
Mm.
But fuck. Now I want to find the thing again, just because it was like so stupid.
Well, I mean, like the thing you would do where you would paste her face onto
Yes.
horrible manga where she was getting
Hilarious rape
destroyed.
comics.
Hilarious rape comics.
If that
It's
were
essentially
me,
what
if
you're
if
doing.
someone were doing that to me, I would laugh and try to encourage it.
Right?
But she needed to play the victim so bad that she fucking that was her only option, because that's all feminism leaves you with.
Like a while back when someone in the comments for one of these called me a nigger, and I was just like, it was the funniest fucking thing that's ever happened to me. It's like, why do black people hate this? This is
And then
wonderful.
people got mad at you for saying that.
Oh yeah,
Triggered.
they were very triggered by me.
Well, of
saying
course, there's always the person who's like, I used to like you, but not anymore. Like, oh no.
Like, really,
Some
Which is
maggot
concern
gonna
trolling
fucking-
because
Yeah,
no,
concern trolling.
they never liked you. They
Which is
followed
what,
you
yeah,
because you made them
absolutely not.
angry.
Gets hammered with that on a daily basis.
I watched
Fucking,
Private Parts again, and that's one of the biggest, probably the most important part of that whole fucking movie, is where it's like, oh, his numbers are up. And it's like, how is everyone, all the fucking radio executives are fucking howling. They're fucking incredulous to how this guy can possibly still have a
he's so
career.
offensive. How could he be famous and
And they
popular?
explain most of the people who listen to it. It's like the average Howard Stern fan listens for an hour and 12 minutes. And it's like that's longer than anyone else on this whole fucking anyone else in the history of radio. How is this possible? And then they're like Howard Stern's haters listen to him for 2 hours a day. And it's like what the fuck? They're just fucking so infuriated. And it's like why is this happening? I don't get it. And it's like the common response to why they even listen in both cases is the same. I want to hear what he'll say next.
Offensive shit is funny. Like,
Yeah, it's a good thing to do.
Especially
You
if you
need
have a
offensive
sense
stuff.
of humor and you have
Yeah.
a fucking stable mind, which these Jews
and
don't
like
have.
Howard
That's
Stern
why-
shit is tame by today's
Yeah.
comparison.
He's actually
fucking-
boring.
Yeah.
The movie's enjoyable, but especially compared to
The movie's
O&A,
also
he's
kind of
fucking
fictional.
boring. Yeah.
The movie is written by screenwriters and shit. It's not
I mean-
really the true story. It's barely the true story. Very reworked and shit. But I mean, that's fine too. I don't really because I actually read the books and they're very different too.
I like Robin. I mean, Robin's kind of like the whole basically. But I did used to like Robin because
Yeah,
you get a caller who would call him like, "Oh, you nigger bitch," blah, blah, and she's just like, "Yeah, whatever, fuck." She didn't
she
give a
would
shit.
laugh it off. pretty
Yeah, she'd
much.
laugh it off. So
As
she gets
opposed to a
points for
real
doing
hole
that.
who would be like,
Now, guys."
it's so offensive. and
So
and
Robin
she'd
gets
call
some
and complain.
points. Yeah, she's less of a hole for for doing that.
Although these days,
never,
Riot
never not fully not a hole. You can't.
No,
fucking
she
have
was
a
still
woman.
kind of annoying, but
But
cannot
at
have a
least she had
woman.
more purpose to be there.
Mhm.
She was more. Well, she was kind of this straight-laced regular. Just
Yeah,
she
she
was
was-
a newsreader.
she was the straight man, which was all right. I mean, if you're gonna do that, it's good to have a straight man. I mean, fucking Opie
Straight.
technically should have been the straight man, but he sucked at it.
Yeah, and Opie really was the whole. That's the sad
Mhm.
thing.
He sucks. Fuck him.
I was listening to one of their compilations or something, and just Opie would not shut his fucking mouth.
Wasn't
and
that
let
the Mel
Patrice talk.
Gibson? The Mel Gibson one.
No, it was a different one. It was like Patrice was trying to tell a story, and Opie kept interrupting. And
Was it the
just
prison
shut
story?
the fuck up. I
Whoa.
think it was. He did it a lot.
Because that prison story is important. It's important to the human race to
the
understand
prison
what
story?
false rape accusations do to people.
And how
think I
common
know
they
that.
are.
Yeah, they're common.
I was
What is
listening
that? I
to,
don't- Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was listening to whatever it was. Patrice O'Neill. He fucking talked about the fucking rape accusation against fucking Mike Tyson, and I never thought about it. It's just like, oh, he's a rapist. He's guilty of rape. And
Yeah.
then fucking Patrice explained it, and he was like, the fucking accusation was he forced oral sex on me. It's like, oh, that's horrible. He made you suck his dick. No, he ate her pussy, and it's like, okay, he's innocent.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's like the fucking
And
fakest thing.
who else was ever talking about that? Now nobody, except for us.
No one even, yeah, fucking, because Patrice is dead, of course. So now, I mean, not even Anthony, who was like, Anthony and Jim, who were the closest to being red sunglasses to AF. Fucking, even they wouldn't really, like, they would be like, oh, Patrice, you're crazy. But it's like, no, Patrice is just making complete sense about not taking shit from women.
He's completely saying he was ahead of his time.
He makes it very clear to his girlfriends what he's all about. So if they don't like it, they don't have to stick around.
Yeah, he's a very no bullshit kind of guy as far as the
Yeah,
fucking
I
relationships
remember
are
he would
concerned.
explain how he got a ring for her, and he explained it to her, and he was telling about this on the fucking radio that it meant nothing to him. It was just an object, but he was getting it for her because he understood that for her it actually meant something.
That is
And
basically what a
Opie
wedding
couldn't
ring
even
is.
fucking comprehend that. Opie was like, "Yo, what are you talking about? You're crazy." And it's like, no. He just knows how to control a woman. It's the whole fucking point.
Control a slur. They're slurs.
Many chubs and zools were roasted in the depths of the slur that day, I can tell you.
Oh, that's great.
Women pretty much are slewers.
You know, I watched fucking Ghostbusters the other day. I
Still
was
great.
It's great. It was fun, but I was surprised at how many of the jokes fell flat. Like it wasn't as funny as
yeah,
it
it is. It
It's
is
kind
old.
of but it is also kind of gag a minute, which means that they're fucking
It's
throwing
still
out so
it's still.
much material.
There's a couple scenes that just aren't even comedic though. They're just like, here's a scene of like these guys when they're in the fucking car talking about the possibility of the end times coming.
Oh, that's a good scene though. It
That's
Yeah,
sets
it's a
up.
great.
good
Yeah.
scene, but
Yeah.
it's certainly not funny.
Oh no, I mean, yeah. I didn't mean
Well, it
it
is
had to be
The
funny.
funny
part
all
where
the
he
time.
gets where Bill Murray's like, I got slimed. It's like that probably would have been funny in
I
1980,
feel
but
so funky, and it's like, oh, you ad lib that, and it's like, so.
yeah, so
Just
what?
fucking like Bill Murray,
I
not
like
really
Bill Murray a
caring
lot,
what he's
though.
doing. He's just like his fucking goofy.
Bill Murray
scream.
still has like my favorite lines in that movie.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Especially the scene at the beginning when he's just running that absolutely fake bullshit test of like the car, the psychic test, where like the cute girl was getting them all right, and then the guy wasn't, so he just kept zapping
She's
him.
getting them all wrong, and he actually, and he's getting some of them wrong because psychic powers don't exist.
But
And
then,
he gets
when-
one right, and he electrocutes the guy anyway.
Yes.
Didn't know you're gonna be giving me electric shocks.
Oh fuck! And yeah, I bought
And
the.
yeah, I think also a lot of people complained about the second movie. They like shit talk it up just horribly. I think they're comparing it to the first movie as well.
Well, because
First
it's
one, they
the
got-
same movie.
They got dirty jokes. They tell sex jokes in the first one, but in the second one, they had to tone it down because all the fucking kids love it after
Yeah.
that. So the second one's bullshit. Don't watch the second one. Fucking.
Just
you
watch
said
the
you bought
first one. The first one's still good for sure.
Oh yeah.
Also, fucking yes, it's true. This man has no dick is always going to be a
Right.
in it.
And they couldn't do anything like that in the second one. Oh
They
no.
couldn't he's talking dirty. He's insulting this nice EPA guy. That was the funny thing is that they're slamming the EPA and they're essentially making college professors look like idiots or frauds, which is what fucking Venkman was. It was a
You could
fraud.
not get away with that today.
Yeah.
The
Got
second
8 viewers.
the thing I remember most about the second one is the Walter Peck stand-in who wasn't Walter Peck, the fucking shitty whatever his name was. Fucking when they're in the mayor's office, instead of having like something clever dialect like, oh, this man has no dick, the guy's just like sitting there like, yeah, right. Like, wow. Very wow, clever writing.
Zing.
My
Zingo.
God, he showed that.
Zingo
It's
wingo.
terrible.
Zingo wingo.
That second movie is just—it's embarrassing.
There's
sitting
a-
there red-faced.
Isn't there a
wishing
Red
man-
Letter Media fucking commentary
Yeah,
for the second?
for the second one? Yeah.
Yeah, which is great. I love their. I just listen to their commentaries on their own. You don't even need the movie.
You know,
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
I
think
never
the
did.
commentary even syncs up with the fucking movie.
I wouldn't
anyway.
know. I would
It
not
does.
know.
It synced up. I had the Batman and Robin playing with their commentary. It synced up well.
Right.
I
It's the
didn't.
only way to. That movie is painful. It's,
It's
not even a
terrible.
joke. It's really painful.
When it's not boring, it's fucking agonizing.
It's obvious. Or it's dangerous.
It's a little movie. It's
Well, almost everyone's seen it now, because I mean they wanted a good Batman movie, and they didn't.
Yeah, that's the thing. It was still like a big movie. I think it. I don't know. I don't think it even bombed. I think it was just hated.
I'm pretty sure it made
poured-
so little money. I mean, it killed the franchise for a while.
But that doesn't necessarily mean it made so little money. The thing is that I think it didn't make so little money that they couldn't make Batman Begins, which thank fuck.
Are you
because,
guys
to be
actually
honest, I
watching
think those
any
are
of
the
these
best.
cutscenes?
Oh,
No, I'm not watching the stream. I don't want to drain our bandwidth.
I have
Yeah.
the stream open so I can keep an eye on the chat.
All right. Did anyone say anything?
Oh, they're hello chat.
There's a few messages in the chat. Most of them are, I'm sure, come from Forge's fucking.
But one
Twitter.
of the things I'm
Oh,
loath to even admit this, but the fucking cutscenes in this game are just so much better. Mostly because there's no bullshit. They used to
Well,
run
it's
on
fucking-
for hours. I tried playing MGS3
What's with the skin
yesterday.
guy?
I tried
That guy
listening
is-
to the fucking cutscenes, and they just go on and on. And finally, I could not take any more, and
But
I
wait,
fucking
who is this fucking corpse? This fucking burned corpse guy?
Oh, is
the
that
skulls.
Skullface?
No, it's the
No.
skulls, and they have the ability to. Their like skin disappears. That's actually what Quiet.
Oh,
When
Yeah, that's
Quiet
what
turns
Quiet
invisible.
supposedly has. Except she's hot.
so she looks like this. Oh, the he heals himself. Oh,
Uh, but yeah, of course, Quiet looks hot, but these other guys don't. How come these guys don't look hot?
well, because you're meant to jack off to quiet
Yes,
instead of.
you really are. Even though she's
No, she's
treating
actually empowered female. You're supposed to feel
Wambian.
No, she's
fucking
not.
good
She
about
can't even
that.
talk. She's like, this woman is. This
Oh,
is like,
shit.
we created the perfect masturbatory character for little 10-year-old kids who are going to play this fucking game.
Yeah,
She
the
doesn't open
fucking-
her mouth to talk.
Just hitting puberty are gonna fucking find her hot. The rest of us can just find the most degrading, disgusting porn.
She doesn't talk, and she's like showing her pussy to you for the entire
Yes.
game.
She is
Pulling her
presenting.
ass whole.
I mean,
open.
you'd think that would be hot, but it's like creepy. I
Should
hate
be
it.
hot.
It's really fucking creepy.
It really does. It's like I don't even know this woman, and why is she?
Who is
she's
this
wiggling
whore?
her ass at me?
Asshole. Here's speaking
did
of
I
hot
forget?
porn, here's something nice from Tumblr. Fucking Booger, one of Booger's recent drawings.
Oh my god.
Is she pregnant or just cum gut? Cares.
Could be both.
Fertility
We don't know how
goddess.
long he's been raping her. Well, I mean, she doesn't
Whatever.
look terribly unhappy, I suppose.
She's
Well,
out of her mind
who
with
cares?
pleasure.
Who cares if she's happy or not?
Her fragile mortal mind is losing itself to the pleasure. This post I kind of wanted to mention is somebody on the, and it's really not something that deserves attention, aside from the fact that it is that sort of in-betweener, the people who aren't feminists exactly, but who will still white knight for them beyond their control without even understanding that that's what they're doing, is this fucking post from the shitty webcomics board that says, the blog did go too far right off the bat against Noelle Stevenson. She's a dumbass, but you know, that's what concern trolling. That is pretty much what concern trolling is. It's, well, you know, Gamergate's a good
Pretending
idea.
like they
I'm
agree
very
with your opinion, even though
Yes.
they fucking don't.
I agree
Ah.
with your opinion, but the tone that you guys are taking is very bad. As if, you know,
She's a woman. You can't say that about her.
How about
Which-
you let us worry about our tone?
Yeah,
you
exactly.
Fucking busybody.
and that it goes to show that that's fucking. They are, first of all, they're guilty of what they're accusing others of, because, you know, no one tone polices more than the Jews, because that's the only way they can try to win an argument, because they know they can't do it with facts, so they have to be like, well, you're being very mean about it. Do you have to be that mean? You guys
No.
went too far.
No written or spoken word ever goes too far. You
But
can't.
yeah, and then added to that, it's like, okay, so you're saying that these feminists who have now,
Snake.
they have caused many suicides of men who are falsely accused of rape. Just another one yesterday. Just another one of
shit.
many.
But
Just
I mean,
men are
also
dropping
boys,
like flies
not
from
just
these false
not
accusations.
just from false accusations, but boys who are basically being shamed into fucking killing themselves.
Their lives are being destroyed by feminism. Feminism is destroying
Well, by-
civilization because
by
it's an
women.
anti-freedom movement.
You want to
Yeah.
sum it up? It's by women.
Yeah, that's what Karen Strawn says, is
Oh.
that feminism is really just female nature put into a political fucking ideology. And she may
Karen
be right.
Strawn.
Yeah, she may be right about that now that I think about it. I kind of didn't
I
believe
really
that.
don't think so. I really think it's just like the culture
I
women
don't
in the
think
West
that-
are raised in.
Well, I think that it is female nature in the same extent that defending all women is male nature. Not
I
all
mean-
men have to do it.
If you look at if you take a child and tell this child you never have to grow up and think for yourself, that's what you're going to get is a feminist. that's exactly what you're going to get.
There are some aspects I think
But there's
that,
also
like the way she
there's
describes it, because she's better at
the
that than
point
man.
is that when you fucking you don't fucking it's female nature and you have to use a fucking human ingenuity in order to get past it. It's the easiest thing in the world, but women just refuse to even fucking do it anymore.
A lot of men refuse to do it too, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but men are
I mean, that's
forced to
that's
do
not
it.
to say that there's not an equivalent on the male side. There's just
Yeah,
there
the thirsty,
we
simping ass
yeah,
niggas. That
male
TJ
nature we have in check
Sotomayor
more or
video.
less.
We're watching that TJ Sotomayor video earlier, and he tells the story about, like, he goes to a Hooters and he's just sitting there looking like a regular guy, just completely. He looks like borderline broke. He's just in a hat and t-shirt and shorts or something, and women don't pay attention to him. And then one of them comes up and she's like, "Hey, yeah." He's like, "Hey, do you know who this guy is?" And they tell that, he's fucking. I guess he's rich. I mean, if that's his house, he's got a fucking nice fucking house. That's for damn sure. He's got a giant place. He's like a black Anthony Cumia. So in other words,
Oh
he's
shit.
like Anthony Cumia. But he's always talking about fucking bitches. But yeah, I think he makes a lot of money from something. I don't know what he does, but he talks about how, or well, he mentioned how at the Hooters, it was brought up that he has a lot of money or whatever. He has some business or a big business.
What happened after that, I wonder?
All of a sudden, every woman there, he said, especially the black women, just straight up came up and started asking him for money. And some of them like demanded it, like
Wait,
they were expected.
asking him for money?
Yeah, the
They
other
weren't
waitresses.
even just like, "Hey, baby, let's go do." They were just asking for money.
He gave his waitress like a fucking big tip, and then other waitresses at the place came up and were like, "Well, where I was nice to you, where's my money?" I was
What?
like, "You weren't my fucking waitress, cunt." He doesn't say that. But yeah, that's the story he tells in this fucking video, and I can, because the video was about how black women are just completely entitled.
Oh, I didn't finish the video. I don't.
Yeah, it's like about halfway through he gets into this. It's
None
kind
of
of
this surprises me.
Yeah, exactly.
It surprises the shit out of me because, like, just basic manners. You don't do that to somebody.
Yeah, it's not very good manners, but that's, I think, in black culture, that's just how women are taught to be even more entitled, especially single moms. And all of them are single moms, and they have horrible, repellent personalities because of feminism. Maybe just because of inherent female nature. I don't know. There's a lot of theories on that. But hey, so men don't stay with them.
Well, wait a minute. What inherent female nature is she talking about exactly?
Well, there's hypergamy, and then there's that sort of the demand to run the entire household. And I don't know, there's a lot of them. She explains them in her videos, especially some of her more recent videos, and she just did like another 2 big podcasts like recently, so I didn't even listen to those. But wasn't it like one of her talks she did with fucking Stardust and something like that?
It's hard for me to get through a lot of those things she does because of the other people who are on with her. I'd rather just listen to
I don't want to listen to any of the other ones. I just want to
Yeah.
listen to her. She's like the Christopher Hitchens of feminism, really.
great.
great.
She's up there pretty high. Except she's surrounded herself with these other awful people, and
It's
kind
to
of
be nice, I think, because
She
it's
doesn't-
polite.
She doesn't need to be nice or
Because
polite.
polite.
She's the
Because
one
it's
who's correct.
polite. Where's the fucking
Data,
Data.
because it's polite.
Yes.
Because it's polite.
I knew you would recognize what that's from, but there's also one of those those Gazara edits that he does, it's not lupus, and the one where
shit.
Data's basically a furry artist and he gets fired out and blasted
They
with a
fire him
fucking
out of
torpedo.
the torpedo too.
There's one of those.
Is
he
there a
did,
cure? No.
where I think it was fucking no, it wasn't Data. No, because that was Data and O'Brien rapping, and then they were applauding.
What?
Oh no, it was To Be or Not to Be. It was fucking Patrick Stewart on Sesame Street,
Yeah,
just holding a bee and going, "Be or not to be? It is a bee," and then everyone's clapping.
Oh, I've never seen that. I want to see
Yeah,
that.
and then Data's like, "That was fucking shit." It's just like a bunch of beeping.
stream of profanity.
Yeah, beast out, and then, of course, Riker goes because it's polite. Which was good. That was a great TNG episode as well.
Yeah,
Poor
that
Mr.
was.
Broccoli.
I actually really loved the fucking poem that Data did about Spot. That fucking Riker was falling asleep to. Wasn't that the one where they were all losing REM sleep and they were fucking losing their minds?
Yep.
No, but I know which poem you're talking about.
Yeah, the Spot. Was it the one then where Riker was like kidnapped by aliens?
Yep.
Oh, I can't remember.
That was good. Either one of those thought were really good fucking episodes. Like it could have just kind of just mystery of the week episodes. They were good. I kind of liked when TNG would just do that. Like that evolution episode where they all de-evolved into pygmy marmosets or spiders or whatever. I really loved that episode just because it was like a goof. Like also the one with the giant spray of time anomalies where Picard like draws a happy face into the steam and shit that was coming out of the warp core that was about to explode. I loved that episode too because it was just like a bizarre sort of disaster episode with a mystery in it and very science fictiony. It was fun to watch. I thought.
Yet again, like I said before, fucking Jews. These are all fucking millennials. These fucking social justice warriors.
Although they
They
come
didn't.
from baby boomers too.
They didn't grow up with fucking Next Generation like we did. They didn't have the Nora Seti episode to show them how
A lot of
evil
them-
it is.
A lot of them
what they're
heard
doing.
of Star Trek, but only as like either the old Goofy show or the new reboot with the bald guy. They don't really know anything about it.
Sad motherfuckers.
Yeah, they should be pretty much ground up into dog food.
But I mean, you don't really need the Nora Seti episode to show you that kind of McCarthyism bullshit is bad. You can intuit that if you're a smart person.
And it doesn't even
They are
have to
not.
be McCarthyism, because when they hear McCarthyism, they're like, "Oh, those evil right-wing
Those
conservative
right-wing people,
Republicans."
we're not like that, except you're doing the exact same thing.
But they absolutely say, and they fucking throw out every rationalization, and they're like, "This is different. Our rationalization is the real reason.
Like
Our reason is good. Their reason wasn't good because communism wasn't real. But as it turns out, communism was real. It was a problem, and McCarthyism was actually kind of justified. Except the problem is that McCarthy himself was the biggest fucking douche on the planet.
But they only
He made
found like
fucking-
2 actual spies, though. That's
Yeah,
all they found.
Well, McCarthy was saying that like communists were actually like in Congress and shit, which was kind of retarded, really. But there were like legitimate communist spies in America, and I think there was even more than we've ever even heard of, and will possibly never find out about. But I mean, there were some public ones, but I have a feeling that there was other like plans and shit. Of course, there was lots of. The thing is that communism, like most shitty Middle East countries these days, really only destroyed their own countries. They didn't have much effect in America.
And it's not like we didn't have spies over there, too.
Yeah, I think we had more spies over there, or tried to, than they had spies here.
The thing is
Well, kind of like
instead
in
of just
MGS3
fucking-
where somebody defects to the Soviet Union.
Yeah, but why did they defect? They
Ins-
didn't.
fucking instead of just blacklisting actors, you have people having innocent people sent to jail for rape accusations. They have no proof that anything happened at all.
Yeah, it's actually worse. It's worse than McCarthy. McCarthyism was light compared to what feminists
But I
and
mean, yeah,
Jews are doing now.
rape nowadays is like a fucking. It's like a. Well, I kind of already said it, but basically, it's like a guy who's too beta. He's too beta, too nice guy, doesn't give
Yeah.
her the tingles.
Yeah, the shiny tingles. He doesn't punch her across the face the way she likes. He doesn't
pull
put her in a
hair.
She
Oh
should be in
my
a
God.
chokehold. That's the thing, is that she wants a man who will put her in a chokehold. If he doesn't, instead he's like, "You are so beautiful, I love you, you are wonderful," he's a fucking big faggot, and therefore doesn't deserve. There's actual stories of like women completely losing their arousal once men show affection. and it's
There
like
was that one
scientifically
story, I
proven.
tried to post it, but I mean, it was a while ago, of the guy whose grandfather died. He was like 16 years old. His girlfriend. His girlfriend was 16, he was 16, his grandfather died. It is like a really close relationship, his grandfather, and so he was crying, and his girlfriend immediately dumped him.
Yeah, she
No,
went
men
from
have to show more emotions. That's what we
yeah,
should
she
do.
went yeah, she went from thirsting for his dick to
And the
ew,
PUAs were
this
explaining
pussy.
it too. It's like, well, you fucking have to understand, women just naturally don't like that. It's like, so what?
Yeah, the POAs would white knight for
The
fucking female
PUAs
behavior.
were justifying it.
Yeah, as opposed to the MRAs who are like, well, or well, more like MGTOWs. MRAs probably wouldn't even do that, but the MGTOWs would be like these women. That is that right there. That's female nature, inherent female nature, which is also
It's
prevalent in.
female nature and needs to be conquered, and
It's also,
instead it's
but that is
celebrated.
also displayed in feminism. That's part of feminism is to be disgusted at male fucking like vulnerability at the same time claiming that they need like there should be more of it and you know a man who fucking is sensitive is a good man, but then when a man's sensitive their cunts dry up like a fucking the Sahara, like the fucking sun's anvil fucking with Lawrence is Lawrence would die trying to ride across their cunts. They're so dry
Jesus.
and barren.
But how about you don't cry at work when somebody's mean to you? How
Yeah,
about
which
you
yeah,
don't
that's they
cry
do
at your
all the
job?
time.
or
They
or when
fucking
somebody justifiably explains what you did wrong at your job.
yeah. If they
Don't
calmly and
fucking
rationally say
yeah.
like, "Here's you did this wrong. Here's how you can do it better," then a woman will cry because she doesn't want to even be taught how to do anything
I
better.
mean, that's not female nature. That's just don't be a fucking baby.
Some of that is female, like inherent in female nature because they work with their emotion. It's
Well,
at
because they've been
least through
told
thousands of
And they
years.
think having a job is fun.
because they've been told since they were little kids that women are more emotional
But
than men. It's
still
okay.
it still predates actual feminism, and some of it is like biologically proven from like biological studies and scientific
I think
studies
it's
and
more
shit.
that it's not so much that women are more emotional, it's that they don't bother to control their emotions.
Yeah, they don't. And here's the thing: is that if
Yeah,
a
because
woman
they're taught
has
that they don't have to.
yeah, if a woman has a
Well, no,
dad,
rather they're
she gets
not
taught
taught.
to.
They're not taught to.
Yeah. Instead of teaching men not to rape, maybe teach your daughter not to cry. How about that?
Yeah, that's which
How
is
about that?
That is worse than rape.
yes,
Is crying, fake crying
well,
to get your
especially
way.
because considering
Not even real
how
crying.
many rapes are
Fake
false.
crying.
Most rapes, they're false. They don't exist. Women probably like them and wish there were more of. Feminists
Oh my
absolutely wish there were
God.
more rapes for sure, because with all the rapes they're fabricating, they clearly want more rapes to exist than actually exist. Otherwise, a rape culture can't actually fucking be
Well,
in existence.
they were trying to make like if someone looks at you wrong, that's rape. That's what they're trying to do.
Stare rape or the male
Someone fucking
gaze.
buys you a drink, they raped you. They fucking drink raped you.
The fucking yeah, that's what they call the male gaze is a form of rape.
What are you doing at a first of all, men and if man or woman, if you're at a fucking bar, you suck. Fuck yourselves. That
Not
whole
unless
thing.
you're drinking alone or you're drinking just to get really fucking like me
No,
and
bars are the most loathsome, horrible fucking places. They're
me and my
awful.
brother and our younger sister. She's like only a few years younger than us, but we would go to this bar that recently shut down like this year, which is really sad because it was a great place because it would only seat like 20 people tops. Or not even seat, like you could only have 20 people. It was tiny, just a tiny brick building. It was probably 100 years old. It had a jukebox system where it was like it was not a real jukebox, but it was like a digital song thing. It was like you feed $1 into the machine, and you can pick like from thousands and thousands of songs, and we would play like Roy Orbison and shit. And then we would just get really fucking drunk, and it was really fun because the only other people there were either no one. Literally, I remember being in there until no one else was in there, just us three and the bartender. And like fucking at 2:30 when it was like, okay, it's supposed to close, but we just stay in there for it's I want a popcorn, and then fucking put popcorn into the popcorn into a microwave. They would just put a bag of popcorn into a microwave and just shovel it into my face. It was so delicious, and
I
it
mean,
was
That's
just
the
cool to
thing.
hang out here.
that's not the kind of thing I'm
It
talking
was like
about.
our
I'm talking
personal
about
part. Yeah, yeah. There are bigger bars like dance clubs and shit, and those
Oh,
places are fucking
sports
terrible.
bars. Actually, Aaron Clary kind of goes on about that, even though I fucking shit talked him a few times. He does talk about how failed sports bars are in general.
That's part of like masculinity that is embarrassing too,
like
because
when
it's
you
just
go,
stupid.
people who go to bars to hook up with other people.
Go to a bar,
Just
have a drink.
you're disgusting, and I hate you, man or woman. Gross.
Yeah, if they're trying to hook up, that's really dumb and embarrassing. You're gonna hook up with some whore who's got fucking herpes in her uterus.
I've not yet once seen any attractive women at that bar.
No, oh
Ever.
fuck no, and I
They're
kind of wouldn't want
skags.
to. Yeah, they're like 40-year-old skags who are fat as fuck, or they're like 60-year-old guys who like their throat is burned out from drinking whiskey every day, all day, and just fucking staggering
Such
around. And
sad losers.
yeah, it was great. It was great.
It's great. That's great.
It's gonna be great.
But yeah, that and now it's closed down. It's like, oh, I wish
Good.
I could build. Basically, if I had a basement, I could build a bigger place than that bar was. But I mean, someday
Well,
I'm
see,
going.
this sounds like you could actually hear yourself talking there.
Yeah, exactly, absolutely. Unless it was like coming up on 2 in the morning, and we would start to be playing the crazy shit and like yell at the bartender to turn it up really loud.
Or
Then
the hipsters were there.
yeah, or the fucking there was one time, I think one or two times that hipsters were there. It was just fucking terrible because they thought they played. Ooh, this is a quaint little bar, and oh, we were so fucking
Great
really, oh,
little
these
hole in the wall.
yeah, they were playing like
Just
indie
for
rock,
me.
jangly, shoegazing indie rock.
Ironic.
Yes. Ugh, it was fucking
The
enraging. I wanted
most
to
ironic
kill those
music.
motherfuckers.
Someone in the chat says, I never started feeling guilty about checking out cute guys in traffic until people mentioned this whole violating people with your eyes problem.
Well, you
Why
can't
would
do
you
it to
feel
men.
guilty? Why would you
See,
feel
it's
guilty
bad.
about that?
It's bad for women too. Feminism is.
Yeah, you
It's
can't
bad
do
for
that. You
everybody.
can't do that to men, though. Men are fucking completely impervious
Ugh.
to. First of all,
Yeah,
because men aren't fucking
it's
babies.
something that's not a problem. Here's the thing: if it's not a problem for men, it shouldn't be a problem for anyone.
Exactly.
But women fucking lose their shit over all of this
Getting
dumb,
episodes.
stupid bullshit.
They're baby. And you could say that, yeah, it could be a hugely societal thing to treat women like little fucking babies, and that's why they're little fucking babies. But
If
there
you didn't
might
act
be,
like a baby, I wouldn't treat you like one.
yeah, exactly. There might be either a huge ancient societal, like cultural purpose
Well, they
or
get their
reason
way
for
when they
that, or it's
fucking
just
cry.
inherent female
They
nature.
fucking
Yeah.
start crying, and then men are like, oh no. It's
mean,
like that
it's-
Jim
yeah.
Jeffries thing where it's like, oh no, it's not your fault. You're a good person. You're a good person. When he breaks up with a girl and she starts crying.
It's a
But then-
fucking simple tactic. You overreact as hard as you possibly can to get your way. It's
Yeah.
it's easy. A man could do it too.
Instead
they
of-
just don't.
And usually, women who are raised with like strong father figures know a little bit not to do that fucking embarrassing stupid shit, or if they have like
Because
a
they
lot
wouldn't
of
get
others
away
or
with it.
something.
A lot of the
They wouldn't
biggest
get away
white
with it in
knights
their
are
kids.
fathers, especially nowadays. They're all fucking white knights now. It's all going straight to shit. All the fathers are now feminist. I'm a feminist father. I'm proud of my daughter. You have to fucking get her permission. Just pushing that feminist bullshit.
You
But then,
mean
of course,
your daughter's a spoiled brat.
Here's
That's
the
what
part.
You mean.
Here's the part that is inherent female nature is that those feminist women want to be basically held down, choked, and raped. They absolutely, and there's like
More
studies
than
that have
anyone.
proven this beyond a shadow of doubt that women actually do want to be raped or fucking physically dominated
I think that was one of the
powerfully.
latest honey badgers, or not, maybe not honey badgers, but it was somebody who was talking to Karen Strawn, who was like talking about rape fantasies.
I haven't listened to that yet. It's in my list.
I think that's in my list too. Actually,
I
know.
don't need to listen to it because I already know everything.
Yeah, we really
there
already
is to
know
know.
all of that shit.
If you fucking know anything about female sexuality in general, you know that a nice, normal guy who doesn't like to argue, she'll fucking try and find a way to argue. That's what our sister did. with
Yeah,
her
those
first
force
baby
arguments.
daddy, was basically shit-talk this guy until he
important-
was forced to leave.
An important message from the chat. I can attest to having a problem finding guys who can dominate me. It's frustrating.
Yeah, most guys just don't want to.
'Cause
If they
who
even
the
want
fuck
to,
would
have
want?
to
Who the
suck.
fuck would want to?
I
That's
mean, if
another
you
thing
knew-
that's
Because it's a
very
false rape
MGTOW.
accusation waiting to happen.
I mean,
That's
if you
why.
But I
knew
mean,
the
who
girl
wants to
well enough, you'd be
game?
comfortable enough
Who the
to do it.
fuck
I
wants to
suppose.
game? Who the fuck wants to do that? Who wants to fucking keep a leash on their fucking woman 24/7, 365? No one's got the strength, especially a guy who works for a living.
Yeah, that's
he
the
wants
thing,
to get
most-
home and relax. He
It's
doesn't
like
want
Patrice
to game
said,
his
we
wife.
want to be we don't want to be alone, but we want to be by ourselves. And essentially, you don't have to want to put up with handling all that bullshit. You want to be able to just sit on the couch and watch the game or whatever the fuck, play video games, some shit like that, just by yourself without someone get, hey, you doing it? You like wrap your leg in a hot vine, turn off the air conditioning, open the windows, all this shit. Now you can't see the TV, you can't hear it. Why is it so loud? All that shit.
Why are you watching the game by yourself?
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you just want to be able to be alone, and you can't do that if you have to fucking handle
I remember
some
in the comments.
slit.
I remember the comments for that very video was somebody like making fun of him for wearing a fucking hat and being a dude, bro.
You mean a
It's like
fedora?
fucking, oh, he's wearing a fedora. Look at this dude,
Whatever,
bro.
Patrice could rock a fedora better than anybody else can.
Not only that,
First
but
off,
he
he's
was getting.
black.
Most women were wanted to be fucking like have their necks snapped like a sick bunny. So his fucking hand. They
Well, I
want to
mean,
be
like-
raped so hard that they just die.
I mean, for example, take a good example of done right is your character Laylee. Is
Well,
am I
certainly,
allowed
yeah.
to
She's
talk
well.
about her?
She's not raised by any feminist.
I mean,
That's for
she-
sure.
She will. You could probably explain this better than I can. She likes being, like dominated.
So
You know what I mean?
she is fine with being subservient. She's not so delusional about it that she goes so far. Like a feminist wants to fucking be punched and choked because they're so in denial of their own sexuality. Meanwhile, Laylee is perfectly fine with just kneeling down and taking a dick in the face.
Like that is not to
Nice
say
fuck.
dominated as in enslaved. You
Yeah,
can
exactly.
assume this thing.
She's still an equal in the relationship without being domineering or demanding. She's just side by side instead of being like, I'm going to shout you down or cry to get my way. She's like, I'm just going to be there while you are also there. And then also, because the nature of a hole is to be filled.
Yeah, I'm sorry your junk works that way, ladies. That's just how it is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Sorry.
it is a hole.
It is junk.
Things go into the hole.
Your disease pocket.
Oh my god.
Also,
Shit.
what are
There
some
sure
of the
is a
others?
lot of things that can go wrong
There sure-
with that.
Sure. I hope it's not something ghastly like her clitoris.
Oh my god.
The best one, of course, of all time is that
That
awful, wound.
My dear Christopher, I just don't see how you could. Who was that? I have the book right here. I'd have to open
I
it.
put the page, the first page has the
Hold on a
page
sec.
number. But it was basically one of his gay friends, because nobody hates women more than a gay guy.
You know, even with all this shit that's going on, I have come to appreciate women more than I used to.
Also, I have a hard cover.
Length
Too late.
podcast.
Do they?
There,
Oh,
it says
shit.
we're live now.
Here, let me
It said
refresh
that it
this.
was already live, and it kind of let me. It should hopefully have let me just reconnect to the thing. It says live now.
If you
Hooray, it's
pronounce
going!
things right.
It also says we have 0 viewers, but I think that's
Ah.
probably because lagging. There's a bit of a delay.
No,
Yeah, that's
we've got viewers. There's still people here.
Where are you streaming to?
Just YouTube.
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 Have to give her the link.
Goodbye.
You missed us.
YouTube.
You missed us horribly shit talking your entire gender.
Entire. Well,
Oh,
The
I
thing-
don't give a shit.
the name of the episode is SWC number 56, the most punchable gender.
It's true though.
Yes, or most suplexable.
That's
I-
kind of
I-
like that
I-
scene in. Do we just lose it again?
It's
no,
going.
It's still going.
It's going. You're good. I'm watching
Okay,
it right now.
Fuck. Little
If something
thing,
happens, I'll
fucking
let you know.
fuck.
Actually, yeah, I wanted to ask Pleb about when she was like the Seju days of didn't you say you used to be trans?
Oh man, yeah, totally. I
What
I
was
would
was.
that
I'm
about?
love
not
to
even
hear
gonna
this
deny it.
story.
Deny it. It's not really that involved of a story, honestly.
She was an
It was
automatic
like
transmission.
Well, it's the used to be that I'm interested in. What made you not be that anymore?
not be. I think I just hit like a point in my life where I was like, I'm being retarded.
You grew up,
You were
basically.
only pretending
Yeah.
to be
Well, grew
retarded.
up is like one thing, but like a lot of my like, like, oh, I identify this way. I'm a guy. I'm a guy, guys. It came from like me just being really I want to say self-conscious, but self-conscious isn't really the right word. It was me like I really just fucking hated women,
Oh,
and I'm not
shit.
even like lying.
You're
Like,
in good company here.
well, it's just like I really hated like women to the point where like I hated the idea of being one.
Oh my
Just
god.
like well, like being irritated with the concept of like oh the crying broad who needs a slap in the face or whatever.
A little bit. I'll put it on the table. I didn't have like the most positive female role models in my life. Like, far be it from me to like shit talk even
There
like
really
my
aren't.
sister or
There
anything.
just aren't many positive female role models in general anymore.
There's
Except Miss
really like
Price, Miss
no.
Eglantine Price.
Oh,
She
who
was a female role model.
who was she?
She was from Bedknobs and Broomsticks. Fucking
Right,
Angela Lansbury.
the old '60s movie. Yeah, that's a positive female role model for
Yeah,
today's
practice
youth.
witchcraft.
And
No,
yeah,
it's a good movie. I was mentioning this the other
actual
day.
witchcraft, and from the era when like fucking flight attendants were stewardesses and would dress in miniskirts.
Like she's kind of a badass in this movie. Like she doesn't. There's a dude who comes with her, but she doesn't need him at all. She turns back the Nazi army with the power of Satan. She raises a whole fucking army of the undead. It's great.
It's
I've
pretty
never
cool.
seen the movie. I
She's
saw
a positive female role
The Cat
model.
from Outer Space, but that didn't have women.
Oh,
Now, see, I didn't
God.
watch movies with a lot of women in it growing up. Like growing up, I watched a lot of
The Thing?
bad '80s films
No.
and Jurassic Park for like a solid like year of my life.
Oh yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
blame you for that. That's
That
these
was a,
fucking
it's a
dinosaurs.
Great movie.
But yeah, I
watched
remember.
a shitload of Disney movies too, but that was like our entire library of movies in the household for the longest time was just like Pinocchio
Our
and
mom
that other
actually-
roster of shit. But yeah, I don't really have a whole lot of positive female role models growing up, and there really just aren't. To speak, people would hear that and say, "Oh, there's like
Well, not
Or
now.
that's part of the
there's like
problem.
that chick who invented that light bulb or whatever. She worked on computers.
She
I don't
invented
give a shit
radiation.
because it's not applicable
I mean,
to me.
you got Ellen Ripley, but that's not really a modern
She's a
kind of role
fictional
It's
model.
also not for kids either.
No, not at all.
Although they
And-
did make toys of the entire Alien
Yeah,
franchise.
sweet.
Aliens, I remember those commercials.
Yeah, sweet. Those
Those
I think part of it too was like, fucking definitely like self-esteem played a huge, I think, point in
Did
my.
you need somebody to come in and boost your self-esteem, like a government program?
No,
to
no,
come
but
in
definitely the ready approval that I got from like the internet, especially like I was a huge internet rat,
Oh man, that's not good.
as a teen, and that hasn't changed obviously.
A
But
Tumblr teen.
yeah, like I was one of those like I need validation, God.
Tumblr youth. The
I need
fucking-
respect. I need people to listen to me. Listen.
You know, the
Listen,
best way to do that is learn how to draw. You'll get lots
Yeah.
of respect, unwarranted respect.
I wasn't a good artist then though, and I'm not a good artist now. So.
No, you're.
Well, that's the
pretty
way,
damn-
Cool Mod actually fucking nobody ever got to see some of his early drawings, especially
Oh,
the
they're
one where
terrible.
Cool
But
mod
it's-
blows.
especially
Fucking cool mod.
especially the drawings he did of his early, like his Sonic OCs.
It's
Oh,
so,
God.
his art is so fucking gross and
didn't-
weeaboo.
He
and
didn't do actual
fucking-
Sonic OCs, but yeah, he admitted
But
that
he,
though
no,
that
he
he was
made fun of that. His later drawings nobody got to see on shitty webcomics, but because they're from his DeviantArt account with his actual fucking name that he can't get away. But yeah, it's like the fucking just an army of fucking anime.
Autism.
He's kind of a recovering weeaboo, like more recovering than Tank.
Tank.
Awful Tank.
Will
Oh
not
yeah,
be
Tank
joining
is
us
pretty
this
much
time.
dead to us now. That's kind of sad.
Dead to me. You are dead to me, Kyle.
You are dead too.
I think I've got like a whole tub, like one of those storage containers in my closet somewhere, just full of art from when I was like 9 to
That's kind of cool though.
like oh god, no,
Yeah,
it's
it's
super
cool, yeah.
fucking embarrassing though.
No,
Like
no. Keep it. You don't have to look at it. Just
Yeah,
keep
keep it. I would say keep it.
keep
Absolutely.
it and then bury it.
Yeah,
Like,
bury
I-
it if you have to, but don't destroy it.
I
We
this
have
awful fucking embarrassing comic I made in college. It's basically fucking battle
college. Holy
chasers,
shit!
weeaboo garbage.
Battle Oh shit, that's really
with
bad.
fairies and werewolves. It's just embarrassing. I keep it,
Well, werewolves is kind of cool.
but not in a good way. I keep it
Oh.
just to remind myself you used to be shit and you're not anymore. I don't. I just. It's there and I can feel it behind me right now. I'm not gonna look at it.
Fucking
Just
telltale heart just
Yeah,
Yes.
it's the beating of the hideous heart.
For the love of God, Montrosoro. That's a different.
Ugh. Yes, for the love of
You
God.
should wall it up behind a brick wall. But yeah, me and SC Mod have we still have a bunch of our notebooks of like the comics we drew like on pen.
They used to.
Oh man,
back
in
in
like the college rule.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they were school notebooks
Yeah.
with the lines going across them, and we drew comics on them. They look like we
I
and we
remember in
couldn't
grade
draw. We just
school-
drew floating heads. We couldn't draw bodies
Well,
because
yeah.
it's too complicated.
Well, I remember in grade school there was that whole fucking. It was like a school project where everyone created their own story thing or something.
Yeah. We even got that. We got that scanned like a few years ago, and
Was
it
it
because
like
it was about your
Horrible that got you
cats.
expelled.
It was about our cats.
No, it's just goofy shit. It was actually just really goofy shit, but it's
That
kind
was-
it's still kind of cute. And
Yeah, I thought that
endearing.
one was fun to read because it was like for a school project of like make your own story and you can draw them yourself too. Draw the drawings. And so my brother did this one about like our cat OCs and we were like 12 at the time. And it was like but wasn't it supposed to be about like the pilgrims or some shit? So the pilgrims come over and they're like, "We're starving," and they're like shooting themselves and hanging themselves. And the cat was like, "Oh, I'll go hang out with the Indians." And I remember this one line was like,
Oh my God.
"We come from overseas. We look for food." And the Indian says, "Speak in complete sentences," because that's what our teacher would say to us. So that you need to speak in complete sentences.
Well, I was also a play on that whole broken English of how the Indians.
Yeah, the Indian
Because
broken
it's
English.
not like they could fucking speak English anyway, but for some reason in the comic, they speak better English.
Fluent English.
That's
Speak
exactly.
perfect English.
And then at the end, it was like the pilgrim fort was like knock knock, and they rip the giant fucking log wall down, and just a bunch of scribbles with an arrow pointing to it that says food.
It will have taken too long to draw
This is
individual
better than
pieces of food.
It sounds like it was better than Pocahontas, the Disney movie.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Exactly. I think
Yeah.
that movie had just come out or something.
No, it came out a few years after because I think Pocahontas was like 93 or 4.
But yeah, this is the beginning of the whole fucking era of we need to be ashamed of ourselves for the fucking
White.
Indian wars.
You
White.
weak, pathetic.
That is
Right.
such strange, like, oh God, Mel Gibson like singing in that movie, and then no,
Wait, Mel Gibson?
yeah, Mel Gibson
Yeah,
was,
he was the
what's
voice
his
of
face?
John Smith.
Oh my
I never
God.
watched the movie. That was I don't know if it was that movie or right before it where I quit on Disney movies.
The Lion
Permanently.
King. The Lion King came before it.
I saw the lion. I saw the lion.
Yeah, Lion. He bets. Yeah, he headbutts his own father in the face.
What?
That's what happens. Lion King's about the biggest asshole on the planet. His name is Simba.
Oh my God!
He headbutts his own father In the face. That's from Confused Matthew's shitty review.
He's
It's a negative.
extremely negative review
Yes, of the
fucking
Lion King. And Confused Matthew is really kind of a fucking spurky cuck, but I still like a couple of
if
his
he's
old.
shitting on the Lion King, I'm sold.
I think
Give
I
me
linked
fucking-
you to that.
Yeah,
on
exactly.
Twitter, though.
That's the thing is, I enjoyed The Lion King when I was a kid, but it's really not a fucking. Oh, and it's also ripped off of The White
fucking-
Lion, the
The White
animal.
The
Lion.
Lion King is
Simba.
like red-faced embarrassment, just sitting there trying to get through this piece of shit movie. I fucking hate The Lion King.
I can't
hate it.
stand movies that just have songs in them, except for like Chicago. I like that movie, like almost despite the songs, but the songs were about these manipulative women who murder men and then cry like, "Oh, he was gonna rape me," when he wasn't. That's
The
what
husband,
Chicago's.
the husband is
Disney-
the best character. He has the best song, Mr. Cellophane. That's the
Yes.
best song
Why-
in the whole fucking movie.
Disney, why is there a straight-up sex scene in your movie about lions for
Well,
kids?
there's also
There's a
the
sex scene in the Lion
well,
It's
the
a
dust
fucking-
flies off.
Like, they
The
don't
dust
show
flies
these
off the
things.
cliff and it
It's-
says sex.
It says sex in
creepy
the
and
dust.
uncomfortable. Like, what the fuck?
I don't
You mean
remember
where
that.
the yiff?
I don't
Where,
remember
yeah,
that.
where they yiff in the
Yiff.
woods next to a waterfall and fucking.
I don't remember that
I don't
part. of
remember
the
that
movie,
either.
But I do
Oh,
remember
she's like
the
licking
little
his
fuck me eyes,
face
that
and
one
like,
line.
ew!
He's
Like,
just
you-
licking his face.
I'm not even joking. I'm not even exaggerating.
It's testing my germophobia.
It's fucking nasty. And
I don't remember that
shame
at all.
on you, Disney.
I haven't seen it since like '92 though.
Oh,
I really liked Aladdin though, but
Yeah, Aladdin's a genuinely good movie.
I fucking love Aladdin.
I have not seen that. Is it still good? I haven't seen it since I was a little kid.
Well, I mean,
It's-
for a kids Disney movie,
For a
it's
kids
good.
Disney movie, yeah, it's good. If you're comparing it to like, I don't know.
Goodfellas.
I mean, I can't stand the character of. I remember hating the character of Aladdin. It's like, punch up, head of that. Fuck off.
I thought it was
hate that
alright.
guy.
Was
You
he
don't really
being
watch it
a
for
little
Aladdin.
bit
You
of-
watch it for Jafar.
Was being
Sure.
a little bit of a
He
filthy
was a
little
genie.
wog? Are they all filthy
Oh
little
my
wogs?
god!
You filthy little wog.
Smack.
That's what.
Yeah,
Yeah.
are
how
they-
come no one's
Are they a silly people in the movie?
A little people.
a
They-
silly people?
There's a lot of poverty in Agrabah for like the
And the
Sultan's
women
all-
aren't dressed in fucking burqas either. They're actually dressed.
We
They're
don't
about
really
to-
see women outside of
They're
Yeah, that's true.
Jasmine.
yeah, and they're about to cut her fucking hand off for stealing.
Oh wait, you see them in the beginning, and yeah, they're dressed in like full fucking burqa.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
They show up and they're like, "Hey, Aladdin, stop looking at women,"
Yeah.
and
You're
then
looking
throw
at
them out of their
Stop
house.
objectifying me.
Yeah,
Stop
basically.
objectifying me.
I
I can feel your
Can't you-
your male gaze through my giant fucking beekeeper outfit.
Do they really have burqas on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
my
I do
God.
remember that when
It's
I
like
think
for
about
a
that.
second, but then
Well, then how
that-
dare they sing in mocking jest about a man? They should be stoned to death.
Yes, exactly.
Ooh, Aladdin's hit the bottom. Stone her. Stone them.
Fucking.
Like-
But stone
like
her with
parrots, except he hasn't got stone her.
a fucking
Dare she?
vintage hand thrown stones. This is a custom hand
And
job. I was when we disconnected last time a few minutes ago. I was looking through. Here, I think it's like page 120 something. The Fenton factor, where his friend James Fenton, or Christopher Hitchens' friend James Fenton, who I think was gay,
His gay friend, yeah.
his gay friend
Is
was.
fag friend?
But yeah, I'm looking through the chapter. Oh wait, here it is. The entire notion of heterosexual intercourse was gruesome to the last degree, and then quoting him, "That awful wound, my dear Christopher. I just don't see how you can." And then also talking about, I once had to cancel dinner engagement with him, and being asked rather curiously why this was, replied that my girlfriend was in hospital for some tests, and I wanted to visit her after work. And then quoting, "Ah yes," said Tom with every apparent effort at solicitude, "there's a lot to go wrong with them, isn't there? I do so hope that it isn't her clitoris or anything ghastly like that." Which is, I guess, something that can go wrong with
with them.
with them that they'll end up in hospital. They're clitoris.
Oh my god. Jesus, I'm about as gay as they come, and I think he's a fucking faggot. My god, it's not that bad.
Yes,
Jesus.
he's just being kind of faggy about it.
Just a
Being
little
a
bit.
little queer, little poncy.
It's not that fucking bad. Holy shit.
Well,
I really
kind of
gotta
is
appreciate that attitude.
If you
Yes.
take care of the damn thing, everything should be fine.
Just
if
spray
you
it with a
wash
hose
it
every
now and
once in a
then.
while.
Spray it with a hose, spray it down.
Fucking, if you Lysol the vagina now and then, you should be alright.
Just
Now
blast it
and
with
again.
Windex a few times.
Just hit it with bleach.
Windex.
Just-
Sorry, allow me
just-
to derail, but
Oh, no.
somebody with Photoshop skills needs
Well, only I can look at this.
needs to Photoshop
Oh,
this
shit.
so that they're crashing into the two towers.
Oh shit.
It's to describe, and I can save this and post to the thing, but my brother can't see it right now. It's like a cover of it's like a pinup in a Steven Universe comic, I think. Guide to the Crystal Gems, and it's the fucking, here's Steven and these other white people in this. Oh, I guess
White.
aren't white, but they're in a car like driving and going like, yeah, cool.
The car's flying, by the way.
Yeah, it's just
Saying.
it's in the hoary netherworld where nothingness is around them.
Where women actually drive.
Yes.
They shouldn't be allowed to drive.
The chick
Well,
giving
there's
the
no
peace sign.
steering wheel.
Our sister actually said that to me. Really,
Yes.
seriously, really said that to me
Yes.
a few days ago. Last time, some fucking woman nearly fucking crashed into us, and she's like, "Women just shouldn't be allowed to drive."
Oh shit.
I'm sure most women wouldn't even disagree.
Triggering.
I got into my most recent accident, and it was like a year ago.
Most recent. That's a
Most
loaded
recent.
phrase.
Well, most recent, I should say, because the last accident I got into, like, I was 18, and the rear tire of my car, like, blew out, and I ended up in a
That's
ditch on the
recently.
highway.
Oh.
But, like,
All right.
the most recent one is I rear-ended a lady who just suddenly stopped doing a U-turn. Like, she
Oh.
stopped to let some guy in front of her do a U-turn, and I'm like, you dumb bitch, why'd you do that?
Yeah,
But
I've seen that
I got,
before
like,
from
way up her
Colombia.
tailgate. And just immediately afterwards, I was like, I shouldn't be allowed to drive.
Oh shit. The chick giving the peace sign should be saying Allahu Akbar.
Hello, with extra phlegmy sounds.
I
I
don't want
fucking-
no pocket in my
I
hammer.
don't want to hocking on my hamburger, motherfucker.
Whenever I see a video of them, those people, doing anything, and it's
Wait.
all they say.
You mean
They
the
don't-
characters from Steven Universe? Or those
I-
filthy wogs?
the filthy little wogs. Whenever I see a picture of them doing anything,
Flip
fucking
didn't
all
know she was walking into this one.
they don't say anything else. They don't say anything but Allahu Akbar, blah, blah, blah. It's just they're fucking gibbering monkeys, and I hate them.
Oh shit.
Oh,
I
shit.
can't stand
Good lord.
the phrase
Fucking mad
Allahu
shit.
Akbar.
Are we really going here with this?
Nobody with half a brain says Allahu Akbar
But yeah,
about
the-
anything.
You mean the videos where they're like feeding mortars into a mortar tube?
Well, it's
and
not just that.
screaming.
It's just like even if they're doing something positive, that's all they say. They just shriek it.
Oh yeah, they're trying to justify. Oh, a jihad is actually it doesn't necessarily mean holy war.
Like I know what it means. It means God is great. Fine. You sound like a gibbering fucking monkey. Stop it.
Shit.
Shit.
Put your
Well, I mean,
bullshit away.
I really don't accept that jihad is like somebody actually says that they're going to perform a jihad on their math test.
I'm gonna do
I do
jihad
not-
on you too.
They're not gonna that they're gonna perform a jihad on their math test. I don't accept that. I don't. I
Holy
don't.
shit.
I don't acknowledge that it is a real justification.
You won't
Yeah.
believe it until you see it.
I mean, am I
Yeah,
wrong?
not
Go
until
to
I see them
LiveLeak
blow up
and
their
look
math
up
test.
anything involving a Middle Eastern group of people, and that they don't say anything but that. That's all they say. It's a fucking brainwashed cult. They have no fucking brains.
This is part of where the racial slurs are coming from today. By the way,
You
Just-
filthy little wogs!
it's from Lawrence of Arabia. Lawrence of Arabia.
Lawrence of
Hey, yeah, I remember this one.
It's a great movie.
We
by
watched
the way.
it recently.
Yeah, again, on Netflix has like an expanded version of it or something, which I didn't even notice if it was any longer because it's a long movie, but it doesn't exactly feel its length because a lot happens in it and it's just entertaining and fun.
No, see, they just don't make movies like that anymore. Like the
No, they
prerequisite. of like a 2 hour long movie now is just like crap. But
They
like
derail. They
back then, you could have
derail.
like a 2 hour long movie and it didn't feel like 2 hours. It was like a good sit through. Like
You mean like those big long epic movies like Cleopatra and Ben-Hur and things like that?
Well, I mean, they derail a real train in the fucking movie.
And just halfway through it.
They didn't even have CG back then.
Yeah, they had to actually derail a fucking train.
How do you fucking... You can't fucking do that. You can't have a stuntman, a unionized stuntman do that without...
They show, like, armies,
fucking...
like, storming through cities, like, from, like, the beginning of the city all the way to, like, the sea, and it's just in one shot, and it's like, holy fuck.
They derail the train while his brown Shota is bleeding out on the side.
It's just brown Shota.
God damn it.
And he had in the movie he had 2 delicious brown Shotas and both of them died. Very tragic.
It is tragic. I mean, shit.
It is. It's sad.
Whenever a Shota is lost.
Yes. Any Shota, the loss of any Shota is a tragedy.
It was tragic when you lost Tank.
Yes, Tank.
Who was our delicious
brown
brown
He
Shota.
lost himself.
Yes.
He
Tank
lost himself. He
I
lost his
remember-
way.
Yes, he lost. He did lose his way.
And he will not be joining us in the sun.
No, for the rest of his life. I remember Tank actually mentioning how... this is when I started to really lose respect for Tank, now that I needed an excuse. But he mentioned how the recent chapters of Bleach introduced some new brown Shota, and that he was really into Bleach again because of that. And I was like, you read Bleach, you fucking faggot weeaboo. I just wanted to punch him in the pussy. His boy pussy.
Oh my god.
We lost some. We lost some.
We lost followers over
We gained.
Was it my
Is at 6? Now we're at 8.
Fucking brown people? Was that what lost?
Was it us screaming, "You filthy little wog," over and over,
little wogs,
over and over again,
over and over again?
Oh.
Yeah, now when I hear when anyone said the word wog in Lawrence of Arabia, I just laugh
because
I'm not supposed to.
What the fuck does it even mean?
It's
just like swarthy Middle Easterner.
Well, it was based
Arab
off like a Tintin thing or some shit. I don't fucking know. Hold on a second. Now let me Google
the Adventures of Tintin, the wonderful children's tales.
Lucia Finchtra Bleach is that bad. It just
black
is.
and more like black.
Yeah,
not Bleach. Black.
Bleach sucks. Bleach was never good. Bleach is stupid.
It's anime. What do you want?
Wog is an offensive racial slur, is it? How about you just say racial slur? Again, Wikipedia displaying its fucking bias by proclaiming Wog to be an offensive racial slur, not just a racial slur.
That movie really does a great example of explaining why they're called Wogs. Because at first, it's just like it's like he's coming to understand the people there, and it's like, oh man, you just call them Wogs. You don't understand. He actually has learned a lot about like fucking the people and the religion. He's kind of a nerd.
Yeah, he's a weeaboo for Arabic people though.
But he still likes those people.
And then it all falls apart by the end of the movie.
After the 10th beating in Turkey or something. Here it is.
When they couldn't take care of their own people and wound up making like a slaughterhouse.
Yeah, the tribalism broke them apart, and that's where we ended up today. Again.
And then he has to leave defeated because they fucked it up.
Like at the very end, when Sheriff Ali and what's-his-face are talking after Lawrence leaves, they just devolve back into their tribal state.
Yeah, it's like, you're supposed to be running the generators. Well, you're supposed to be running the water.
Like at the very, very end, when Sheriff Ali like leaves into the darkness like a ghost, fucking... He pulls his sword out and threatens what's-his-face, the other guy, and like, don't touch me, blah, blah, blah.
I mean Omar Sharif.
Sharif, yeah. Sheriff Ali.
And the fucking the white guy playing a fucking
white guy with tan makeup.
Yes.
Which is fine.
Well, he was Mexican. We said he was Mexican, yeah.
Anthony Quinn.
Yeah, Anthony Quinn, that's right.
Anthony Quinn. What was his name in the movie?
I don't
I don't
remember.
fucking remember.
Just know he's Anthony Quinn.
Fucking
But
La
my
la
favorite,
la.
sidekick number 2.
yeah, that was his name.
That
But
was
I
his name, that's
remember,
how they talk.
the best though is fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi as
In
Prince Faisal.
blackface. In
Yes.
fucking blackface.
In brown face
Faisal.
as Prince
Brown
Faisal.
face. He was great though.
Yeah, he was really good.
Yeah,
Well, I
he
mean,
gave
that's
a really
how
good
that's how it works.
performance.
You got to get the best actors.
That's another reason why Lawrence of Arabia couldn't be made today, because you couldn't cast white actors in the fucking roles, even if they're good actors.
So you
Like-
won't be able to get good actors, and then
But you
they
also couldn't
suck.
get away. You couldn't get away with that kind of ending where it's just like, "Where are we going? Home, sir." It's just fucking, and he's just sitting there in a car and just kind of fades to
After
credits
that
or something.
huge adventure. It's like a kind of a downer ending.
Yeah, it's a big downer ending. It's a dud. It's a complete thud of an ending, which is great. I
That's-
love the ending.
That's the ultimate point, because these are pointless fucking people.
Yeah, you can't do that in an epic today. If a movie's over 2 hours long, you have to have
But
like
also-
Optimus Prime blowing someone's face off.
No,
But he's
and
also
he's-
he went looking in for adventure. First off, he's a little bit of a fae, and he's a little bit of a dweeb. But
Wait,
he went
like-
looking for adventure. This is something that current generations just do not do. They're not capable of anymore.
Looking for adventure means finding the ultimate trance record shop in the East Village or some dumb shit like
he
that.
came away like just a ruined person afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the movie starts off with him dying pointlessly in a car wreck, but
Motorcycle. He crashes a motorcycle, which is kind of like it does kind of serve the purpose. It like kind of it explains a lot of the character.
Yeah.
all
Also,
that effort for little people.
but silly
Silly
people,
people.
little people. Anyways, it
Is
says
Pleb
so.
still here?
Is Pleb still here? I have no fucking idea.
Shit in the
Well,
call, but maybe not saying anything.
She said she had a headache or something.
Oh,
Of course, as usual. Of
I
course.
had more question, I had more gendered
We
questions.
can be headache inducing. Here's the thing: many dictionaries say "wog" derives from
Oh,
golly
Pleb is
wog.
still here.
I am
Yeah.
still here.
I hear her laughing.
Yay!
I've been listening. I've got a massive headache.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Listening
a-
is fine. That's fine.
Must be those hormones.
It must be I
Oh,
slept
shit.
like an artard. Fucking.
Yeah, we did still want to ask some other of the
Next to-
tranny stuff, like
Yeah,
what was,
I
Oh,
was-
and go ahead before
What's-
I like crash.
what's it
it's-
like
if it's
being a
not
I'm really
man?
thinking about crashing.
if it's not too
Just
personal a question, I was
Feeling that
wondering.
male privilege.
I mean,
Oh
if
man.
it's not too personal a question, I was going to ask you if there was like some body dysmorphia. Like, did you think you were supposed to be a man, that kind of thing?
Oh, probably when I was like younger.
Mm.
I definitely. It sounds really dumb. There was definitely like a period in my life where I knew better, but I kept asking myself like, "When am I gonna grow a penis already?"
Well,
when's that gonna happen?
Sounds like a massive case of penis.
Yeah, definitely. I
crippling,
think that's more connected to
debilitating.
debilitating case of penis envy?
and I really just hated having tits for a while, but now that they're like big, I'm like, oh, okay, these are alright.
They get better.
Well,
Yeah, they
alright
get better. But that like full on dysphoria, I'll say no. I can't. I mean, it definitely irritated me when people didn't think I was a guy, but it was more just like, I think that it was more like a petulant kind of like
They weren't feeding
Mom,
into
just fucking
your.
listen to me kind of thing. Yeah, like take me seriously. Versus I don't know, like
That's sad, and it makes me pity like the Tumblr trannies and stuff who want that as well.
Well, see, it's possible to grow out of it, though.
there's a difference between like actual like I think dysphoria versus Tumblr dysphoria, which I think Tumblr
Yeah,
just
that-
yeah.
Yeah.
Tumblr
it-
disorder.
If you
well, they
equated-
always try and
antisocial.
justify. They always try and justify those fucking mental illnesses. They're like in love with mental illness.
Or not even a mental illness sometimes. But yeah, if someone is mentally ill, they'll wear it like a badge on Tumblr.
There's actually a fantastic thread, and I mean it's on fucking lolcow dot farm, which is like the girls like I don't know like the girls cow form that on 8chan, but it's like its whole separate board. But there's a thread that I kind of peek into every now and then. It's like, can we just talk about how shitty like the transsexuals of Tumblr are? But they're
Yes, we can.
they are
Absolutely.
showcasing not transsexuals or transgender individuals. It is girls who are just obviously fucking girls, and looking like girls, saying I'm a guy, I'm a dude, or like
It's like if Shuan Head went around saying, "I'm a guy."
it's yeah basically it's oh fucking I don't
mean,
know.
if-
Either way, they have like a great discussion going on in it because it's not like they're being really malicious. I mean, they are, but they're kind of salt and peppering in some actual discussion about like the condition or the condition in that it's just really a terrible cry for attention. And
Shit.
here we go. Hold on, transplant. There it is. Fucking this egg kid. So it's half
Are you gonna link it?
it's
in the
half
thing?
shit talking. Yes, I am.
Oh,
there you
here
go.
it is.
Um,
Lolcow.farm/pt stuff.
it is half shit talking and half just like actual discussion about like this mentality, and this mentality can probably be
The second one sort of
by
looks like a guy.
just the majority of,
Oh
of
my god, these pictures. Oh my goodness.
yeah right.
But like I was talking about this with a friend the other day, like if they actually looked like a man and sounded like one, I would have no problem calling them he. I mean, that's what those pronouns are for.
Most of the time they don't though. They're just these fucking dykey chicks. And not even dykey, they're just like these.
Yeah, they're more like feminine males because they cut their hair short. It's like, oh, I'm totally tricked. You,
I want to say it's more just like tomboys, but like in denial that tomboy is a thing.
they're thickening their eyebrows artificially. You can. Oh, fucking! I just
Yeah,
noticed that.
Not one of these
That's
pictures
so
actually
cheap.
looks like a man yet.
No.
I've not seen one.
I haven't seen anyone who looked. The second one in this thread, kind of, except you can tell it's like fake. Like the fucking they hit their eyebrows with a lot of mascara there.
Yeah,
I mean, if
Whatever
you
the
look,
fuck that is.
if you look and sound like a woman, you cannot get mad at people for saying she. You can't.
Yeah, just
No,
fucking.
and a lot
but
of
they want
these-
to.
people just they.
They want to
not
be
a
angry.
girl.
Face.
This gift, not a girl. Yes, you are. I can
Like-
tell.
Here, wait. I've got some
It-
photos.
This
from,
one looks like a dude. This one could easily pass as a dude. This is impressive.
I can speak Nihonjin and China Mango. that's the banner I'm looking at for
Here you
the
go.
lava.
I'm gonna hook you up with at least one. I don't have many photos
Oh,
of
boy.
myself from like when I was like I'm a guy. Like, but that was what I do, and it's
Wait, this is you?
yeah, that's me.
It
grow
does
a
look
be-
kind of guy.
Did you grow a beard or did you draw that
Yes.
I drew it on. I took in high school. I took theater.
Oh
theater
yeah, I
arts.
can see. It looks like a pen. It looks like ballpoint pen.
No, it's actually mascara and
Oh.
fucking like an eyelash.
We have long hair.
pen or
It's like-
whatever.
You forgot that you have long hair. Oops.
If you had managed, if you
not
had
to do
managed to
that.
actually grow a real beard, you probably could have passed as a guy.
Yeah, a little bit.
You'd have to have had an actual beard, though.
No, hold on. I've got extra photos though. I got extra.
Oh, I
Hold on,
can't wait. We won't. We'll just talk about
Tits or
these.
get the fuck
You can
out.
talk about them. You can show them. I've shown them before.
All right. Well, I can. I
Oh
can
my
post
goodness.
them.
That was me.
The lipstick kind of fucking throws it off, especially the sloppily applied lipstick. I don't even know what the.
Oh
fuck
yeah. I was
what-
doing like a costume,
I
like
guess so.
trash queen or something. I forget. It was something dumb.
Like
Whatever.
goatee, though.
I would like to
Like-
just say,
So you're like a girl pretending to be a guy pretending
Pretending to be a girl. Yeah. Layers of shit just on that.
I would like to say you are not ugly.
Well,
I
compare that to this now.
I think you
so-
look nice in the recent pictures.
Nope,
of you.
still not ugly.
Yeah, I
you
think
would, you would have
You are
the,
cute, actually.
You would have the
Excellent.
honor of accepting my baby batter.
Oh my god.
yeah, I think you look cute in these newer. They're newer pictures.
I think
When
what
you
you
have
want. But I'm just saying that like that what they're doing in this thread here, or the
like
pictures, the examples that they picked there, is what I was doing then, which it's
Cosplay gone too far.
it's almost, yeah, it's like a bad
The
costume that just takes a life of its own.
It doesn't look like they're actually making an effort to look like men, though.
No, a lot of these chicks have a feeling that they read a lot of Yao.
Yeah,
Yaoi,
I'm getting that impression too. Just a bit.
Yowie. Yeah.
Yaoi, or they just have a lot of like gay porn.
Yeah, they're
just,
trying to
something.
look like fucking Sephiroth.
and
something.
Yeah.
what they do is like they kind of pull that male identity onto themselves because they want to be gay, but they want to be taken as like seriously as like a real gay is taken seriously. So they kind of
They want to be gay bashed so that they can cry about being gay bashed.
they just want to be a man so they can have their yowies. Like that's a lot of this thread.
The disgusting yaoi porn with the huge and large hands and tiny
Yeah,
heads.
It's
Is
really
this-
just the tiny
Is all
heads.
this necessary, though? Can't you just go jack off or something?
Nope.
None of this
For-
is necessary.
For
Now
a
if you're a
guy,
girl-
you're thinking about this like a guy.
Yeah, guys have.
No,
Girls
see, 'cause
can jack off.
guys
too.
are the only one allowed to express their sexuality. Women are just so oppressed.
Women
They
are
can't
faggots.
express.
Women are faggots.
Here's a good question. You being a woman, have you experienced depression?
No. You know what? The only times I've ever experienced
Oh, shit.
any sort of sexism, and it was like twice in my life. The one time was when I was 16 and working at a fucking party store, and this guy in a business suit comes up, and he's like, "Can I speak to your manager about my party needs?" And I'm like, "Manager's not here." And he's like, "Well, I can't talk to you." And I'm
Oh.
like, "Why not me?" And he's like, "Well, because you're a woman." And he said it like just like quite frankly like that. I'm like, you know.
Which is funny. That's really just funny. But I mean, technically, he's right because if he wants to talk to the manager, he can't really talk
If
to
he
you.
wants to hire a stripper or a prostitute,
Yeah, he's like, I want a whore from
But I
the
mean-
7-Eleven.
See, even in a situation like that, everybody would say, "What a fucking asshole."
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
exactly.
and that's just what a fucking asshole. But that's not like systematic oppression against me.
Yeah.
like it's just
it's not
one
going to
guy.
kill you. It's not going to kill. It's not
And it didn't kill me,
misogyny
I
that'll
just-
kill you.
I left to work that day, kind of like I have a story to tell now, and also that guy was an asshole. Like,
A fun story, yeah. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
yeah.
Assholes sometimes just make the world more interesting.
exactly.
I would never-
In tiny doses.
The second time where I've ever faced any sort of overt sexism was probably a very recent stint of work. I just had working for a contractor. He needed help in his office, and he was like, "Can you just run the front end?" "Sure, I can. I can do that shit." So he had me do that, and I was only there for 4 days. But like, the 4 days I was there, he was just kind of skeevy, and he's like, "You're very beautiful. You know, you should wear short skirts here more often."
Oh my
Mhm.
god.
And he was like, by the third day, he was already like kind of getting touchy, like putting hands on
Ew.
shoulders,
Oh,
hands on knee. And I was
hot.
like, "All right, buddy, I'm done."
But you see, most people would be
Hot.
appalled by that, man or woman. That's unacceptable.
Unless they're feminist, then they would be attracted.
Shit.
They'd be like, yes,
If
treat
it
me
was
like
a
the
hot
pig that I
woman-
am.
If I was at a job and it was a hot woman, I remember reading on the MGTOW board, the man forums, basically that they had like experiences where they had sex with a woman that they were not they didn't feel like having sex at the time, which technically is considered to be rape,
rape.
and
Yep.
their reaction to it was just like just walk it off. Got me slipping.
Got me slipping.
But I mean, it was like, it was literally just a situation where they were like really drunk and tired, and she wanted sex. He was too tired and didn't
I
feel
still don't
like
even.
it.
I don't even understand how that happens. Though it's like when I'm drunk and tired, my dick isn't going to do anything.
Not at all. but like,
But I mean,
They-
it's not a life ruining event for these guys.
No,
Yeah, for men. Although I mean, it's then again, like we were saying earlier, a hole is meant to be filled, and
If
so
there's
maybe
a
it's
hole, something's going in it.
something's
Doesn't
going in
matter
it.
If it's in
So
your
maybe it's a
ear
different experience.
or in the ground or whatever.
but like, just they act like it's every single man does that, and
and it's
most
fucking
Matt.
not.
Most
Any
men.
woman who says I encounter oppression daily is a fucking liar.
Have
Yeah,
you
but-
ever encountered sexism from other women?
What they encounter
Oh
is
God,
people
more
telling them to
so.
shut the fuck up because they can't stand hearing them talk about this shit
I want to hear
anymore.
those stories then. What sexism you encountered from other women?
Oh God, women
Oh.
just fucking hate each other. Like I'm gonna
Oh
keep saying it
shit!
because it's true. They
Oh
just
shit.
fucking hate each other. Like it's always like, it's always like petty, catty bullshit where it's like, well, she's dressed like a whore. She isn't dressed whorish enough. She like, Christy's fucking ugly? Her tits are too big. Her tits are too small.
Too big. Now
Oh
that's
my
something
God,
you'll
that
never
is-
hear
Oh,
a
God.
man say.
Yeah.
Oh
well,
God.
but too
Women will
big.
tear each other apart for having too big a tits,
Too big.
and then
because it calls attention away from themselves.
Yes.
because they
They have
get
to-
more male attention. That's right.
Jenny.
And
Have to
if they get
compete.
more male attention, she's a slut. Uh,
But also the idea, like most women probably don't have that crippling penis envy, but the ones who do would see the big tits as being like, oh man, if I had a dick, I want to slap my dick against us. I'm sure that women with
Fucking-
the penis envy would think that.
oh God, no! Fucking, I love big titties growing up. Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
no joke. Big titties were great.
Everybody,
Push them around, that kind of shit.
everybody loves big tits. I have to imagine though. Also, if women had dicks, they'd be just the worst rapists.
They would be
Ever.
Oh my
perfect.
god.
If they had the
Wasn't there-
physical strength or otherwise the just the capability.
There was that book that
If-
woman wrote. Remember that about she went in disguise as a man for like a year or something, and
Yeah, Nora.
Oh yeah, she
something.
ended up just fucking miserable at the end of it,
She
which
ended
is
up in a-
fascinating because it went to show that women have it pretty damn good. Stop your
women have
bitching.
it good and men have it hard. But I think it was that or like the actual transitioning, like taking the testosterone, and all of a sudden they're like, holy shit, the sex drive men have to deal with on a daily basis is a nightmare. And it's like, yep, now you know how it feels, you fucking lousy
Yeah,
bro.
boys-
You lying old
I've
hags.
met plenty of women with a sex drive just as big. If
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
bigger.
they do exist.
I haven't.
I'm probably one of them.
Maybe it's a testosterone imbalance. There
I
was
don't- yeah, I
also
don't
that,
know. I don't really know.
There's also that other fucking. I'm trying to think. Well, some other example of fucking woman with just a, or it wasn't a sex drive. It was it was Louis C.K. talking about 13-year-old boys. If you see a 13-year-old boy on the street, just give him
Just-
$15.
just
Just give
his
him
dick.
20, just $20 or suck his dick because he's going through hell.
Yes.
fucking
And there was that
Men.
other stand-up comic who was like, "Okay, have you ever jacked off? Have you ever masturbated while driving a car? No. Well, you don't have the same sex drive as a man."
oh shit. Fucking people talk about a sex drive as though it's a bad thing. A sex drive is great.
No, yeah,
It's kind of-
it's. I think it's great when it's not like actually inhibiting like your life, though.
Yeah, if
Well,
it's
sure. I mean, if it's driving you to like, oh my god,
Yeah,
I
it
have to
is.
fuck her now,
I'm-
then that's kind of bad.
I'm kinda
If you're
with,
taking like 15-minute breaks at work, like every 5 minutes to go whack off in the
See, that's
fucking-
just
Dick would have
that would just be
scabs.
annoying though. That would be so
I'm
irritating.
actually kind of with Doug Stanhope on it. I treat it like the medical condition it is.
Yes,
Drain
needs
the
to be-
poison.
Drain the poison every once in a while and ignore it the rest of the
It
time.
really kind of, to me,
God.
sometimes it does. I mean, it's great and everything, but it does kind of feel like testosterone poisoning.
I feel like not only that, but it leads so many men to destroy their own lives by getting into these dumb situations they could have easily avoided if they didn't have a sex drive or didn't have as powerful of a sex drive.
Or sticking it in crazy, never sticking
Yes,
it in.
yeah, that's what happened. That's why men stick their dicks in crazy, because their sex drive is like, well, all right, if I just fuck this crazy whore just once, then I can be like, hey, I had sex. Yeah, sweet.
No, but next thing you know, he's going out with her, and
And then she's like
pregnant.
finding secret. Yeah, she's scooping and shoving and finding like poking holes in his condoms, finding out like
Ah.
secret details about his mother, and being like, oh, well, your mother should have had more abortions.
all
Like,
those
oh,
stories,
shit.
all those stories just scare the shit out of me. Of just
Yes.
like women who poke holes in a guy's condoms because they want.
Clumsor told that story on one of our wonderful,
you know,
wonderful.
I'm gonna say
podcasts.
not all women like do that, but all women have at least contemplated like being that awful. Like not
Yeah,
all
to
women
be
are
like,
awful, but every woman has had like
here's
those.
the gravy
I can
train
get away
right
with.
one little push pin, and I'm on the gravy train for the rest of for the
Oh
next
my
18
God.
years at least.
I don't think they look at it so much as a gravy train. It's just like fucking
Or a meal ticket.
I mean, some of it can be just like, yeah, if I can just stiff this guy for like alimony or whatever, then great. Uh,
Yeah,
but some of
Wow.
them are just
I
like,
can-
I really want to like fuck this guy up. So what can I do that's really gonna fuck him up?
Now
Oh,
that's the
God.
creepy part because
You're
it's more about
you're
being
scaring me.
vindictive. Yeah, it's frightening.
Well, because
Webcomics
women are
I'm
just
afraid of
fucking
now.
terrible people. They are. I'm not saying you
Well, it's
can't
just-
trust women, but I'm saying don't trust.
Generations of no accountability.
Don't trust anyone, but
Yeah, men too. Men too.
Men especially especially a lot of trad cucks try and push this idea that you're not a real man until you've had a family and are taking care
Yeah, get
of
married.
a family and get married and have children.
Provide.
Suck my dick.
And
Yes.
nobody explains, hey, this is a big decision. Don't make it easily. Be careful.
don't make
with
it at all. Just
be
avoid
very
it.
careful who you choose to partner with for life. A lot of guys don't do that.
Or even if they are, sometimes like 20 years down the line, the woman is like, I'm just going to divorce him, take everything. Like all of a sudden she has a massive personality shift out
It's
of
more
nowhere.
just like I'm bored of this guy, so I'm just
Like
gonna.
I'm
the
bored.
thing is, it's like every 7 years, you're basically become a new person. So
Yeah.
you're not going to be the same person after that amount of time.
You know
You're not
what's
even
funny?
going to like that person.
You know what's funny is that every 7 years, a women's cycles change, hormonal cycles change. So-
What? I didn't know that.
Shit.
These are things that people should know. That's very
I
interesting.
know what menopause is.
Fun
'cause
fact.
Oh my god.
My mom kind of fucking went through that
My
menopause.
mom's crazy now, yeah, but yeah, I didn't know that either. And it's like, well, shit.
Yeah, fun facts.
Well,
Now you know.
Change
Not very
changed
fun
what
fact.
though? What do you mean change?
Just either their hormonal levels shift, either for better or worse. Either they get more hormonal or less. Typically, it's less, and as they get less hormonal or have less hormones going through like their body, they get crap. They are basically going through like a steep or a slow descent into like menopausal state. And if you know anybody who's gone through menopause, it can like just make you fucking crazy
Yeah.
or moody. It's like being on your period constantly, but just like not.
See, these are things that both men and women should probably be taught in a little bit more depth because I didn't even know that. That's
Yeah,
a
when they're
huge
fucking
surprise.
when they're like
Yeah.
12, that's when they should be taught.
God
For
damn.
like-
And men. Men
For a
need to know.
while, it's just gonna be like a change in how your cycle like falls in a year or in the month or whatever.
It's like reverse
What?
on far.
Shit.
But
let's
yeah,
talk
fucking
about this
it's
Nintendo.
a fun fact. Now you know.
And it's so educational. On this podcast is so educational.
It's our brilliant.
That's kind of important for
genius.
someone to know. I mean, that's like women's biology. That's shit they should know.
Human biology.
The
just
same thing is true for guys too. Like your fucking testosterone fucking level is on a steady decline, just as
Plus
you.
the amount of changes that anyone goes through and like of learning or experiencing different things over 7 years. Those, almost a decade. That's a lot of shit can happen
Well,
to a
yeah,
person.
I mean, experiences too, but it's just an interesting point to. I
But
guess.
yeah, I didn't know that about like every 7
Shit.
years there's an actual hormonal change too. That's fucked
It's-
up. And it makes sense. It makes perfect sense.
If you ever have a broad in your life who's just like, I feel different.
Broads.
You run away screaming.
Do they belong in broadcasting?
Do broads belong in broadcasting? Nah, probably not.
Say it if you're broad
If you're
starts
skirt-
complaining and you notice it's been like about like 7 years and she's just kind of like talking about how she feels like she's a different person, chances are she actually is.
Actual different. If she's a skirt.
It's like taking a bullet to the head.
If
Yeah.
she's like, you know what? It's true. There are a lot of things that can go wrong with them. I sure hope it's nothing ghastly like
Oh,
her
shit.
clitoris.
Speaking of broads in what did you say? Broads in
Broads and
Broadcasting.
broadcasting from
Broads
UHF.
and broadcasting.
I remember watching the documentary for the making of God of War, the first God of War game. And I don't know if this is typical or
I knew
not,
the guy who wrote it.
fucking it wasn't 50-50, but there were a lot of fucking women working on that game. The producer of the game was a woman.
Yeah,
So
there's
I
some
have no
broads.
idea
That
what
was
the
one
fuck
of the
they're talking
first
about.
sex scenes in a fucking video game
Yeah.
that wasn't a porn game ever.
And it was like for a joke, like, oh, Kratos, here, have some experience
Yeah,
points
and
from
then
my
like push
vagina.
circle, square, do a fucking spin around on the fucking left stick.
They
that
just
kind of stuff.
sounded happy to me.
Yeah, they're happy, and plus you get a bunch of extra soul experience that just
But-
flies out of
But
their
no,
naked bodies.
that's their internalized misogyny.
Yes.
The women
Tricks them.
working on this game, they weren't fucking fetching coffee. They were designing the game. So what
Yeah,
the
there's
fuck?
tons of women in game development and design, and all of them have to be erased for feminism to try to make a point.
Yeah,
Which is
but the
frightening.
women that you see as characters in the games, they're really sexist because they're
They're not,
more attractive than me.
They have bare chests. They have bare chests. Meanwhile, Kratos is literally just in his underwear.
It's so
Yeah.
fucking pathetic.
There
Just
needs to be-
how many feminists or just women, I guess, can take fucking offense and feel threatened by a fictitious representation of a woman in a fucking video game, which, by the way, she didn't even have to play or look at.
Yeah, they don't
chances are she didn't.
Most of them, most of them would just play Candy Crush, which has no actual
Just fucking
people
trying
in it.
to intrude. Women always want to intrude on men's things.
It's not about men's things. Women are seriously. This is kind of touching back on just like how women are like sexist against each other. They're so fucking threatened about like having guys put their attention to someone else that isn't them or something else that isn't them.
Like World of Warcraft.
Yeah, like
not,
World of.
Not even other women, but even
But
like
just fake women.
even
he
not
thinks that
even
women's
Fake
attractive.
women, or even
female.
just like doing raids or fucking like, hey, I
Yeah.
gotta play fucking Counter Strike
playing
or whatever.
MGS here. This is
You know,
Volgan,
yeah.
by the way. Here's Volgan.
You know, Boss is like a perfect physical specimen of a man, and none of us
Yeah,
are
he is.
threatened by him in the slightest.
Well, he does have
Conan.
a few. He has
Conan's
a
a
few.
fucking barbarian. He's
Yeah.
a fucking he's a shirtless guy all the time, super buff, and the typical
Guy's so hot.
the typical reaction
He
from a
doesn't
lot of
have
guys
as
is,
much
I wish I was like
scars.
that.
Or a beard.
Yeah,
Wait a
there's,
second. I have to put damper on the whole thing. Why does Vulcan now have fire powers instead of thunder powers?
because you burned to death into the end
Yeah.
of Metal Gear Solid 3.
Yeah, he
But
actually.
he used to have thunder powers.
When you kill him,
He's
he
technically dead. Actually, it's like it's a parasite infested husk.
Oh god damn it!
again the
You know,
fucking
I'm triggered by this
parasites.
fucking game. This game is
This is
threatening
not
to me.
nearly as retarded as I replayed MGS3 actually because we have the
MGS3 is
HD
worse.
collection.
Yeah,
MGS3 is like nearly unplayable, but the story cutscenes and dialogue and the fucking codec calls, that was actually one of the biggest things that they actually finally got rid of him for, is instead of having to stop the game for these fucking codec calls, it's just like a few short lines of dialogue.
yeah. You hit left bumper, and then you'll hear like over your radio while you're still playing, "Hey, check out that thing. You should shoot it or whatever."
All right, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to stop the whole conversation.
Attach a balloon to this guy's dick. Whatever.
Can
You
you
know,
Fulton the big Metal Gear? Why can't you?
No. Well,
They do helicopter.
You do helicopter it back to your base, but then it
Huge
gets stolen.
spoiler.
It gets stolen by Liquid Snake, Child Liquid Snake, who's
Oh,
known
giant spoiler.
who's known as Eli.
I hate this fucking
shit.
game. I hate it so much.
This is the best game so far. Best story.
Yeah, it's the best in the series.
or least
Better than
retarded.
one.
Anyway, least retarded. I shouldn't say best.
Shit.
You can't really use the word best when you're
Did
dealing
we?
with a game
We
like this.
didn't ruin the beautiful story of this game for Pleb, did we?
No, because I already know like the big twist at the end, and,
Alright.
and oh man,
They're not.
you guys
Really,
haven't
it's
seen
not.
it yet.
When you learn it,
Sure.
it's like that's really the twist. Who gives a fuck?
Did
Yeah,
they,
yeah.
Did they bring back the fucking guy who voiced him? Like, Snake.
Who?
Haven't you forgotten?
Oh, you mean Cam Clark?
Whatever his fucking name is, the whiny guy from Akira.
No,
Yes.
he voiced Liquid in MGS One. I liked him in those games, and but no, the voice of Kaz Miller is someone else, anyways, too, because he played Liquid Snake and Master Miller.
Pretty sure it's
In,
Well,
the
that
same
was
guy.
Liquid Snake. It
I'm
was.
pretty
It
sure
was.
it's
Yeah, it
still
was
the
really
same
just
guy.
Spoilers.
We were going to talk
Don't
about the entire
spoil the
MGS
first-
series, but I don't know.
No.
yeah,
Please
we were
don't.
thinking. Yeah, we were thinking of doing a podcast where we cover the entire storyline
I
of
always-
Metal Gear Solid from
I
beginning
always
to end.
considered the first game to be the most lucid, because the only
Yeah.
insane bullshit
But that was the
there
translator.
was-
That was the translator actually rewrote several of the more retarded scenes to just be
I mean,
less
The
retarded.
kooky stuff works because it's like a James Bond sort of thing. They have kooky,
Yeah.
weird villains with
And-
metal teeth or whatever.
Yeah, they're actually more dialed down in the actual. Like one guy is psychic and floats, but I
Yeah.
can buy that as a fantasy-ish kind of thing, as opposed to in
yeah.
Metal Gear Solid 3, where a guy's made out. He came back from space, and then Snake sarcastically claps at him.
He's made out of fucking bees.
Yeah, one guy's made out of bees. The other guy, he jetpacks into the ceiling, explodes, and turns into two flaming skulls from Doom 3, and chases you around the room, and then explodes and screams the fury.
That's it. That's a tad bit less plausible than a psychic guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's like emaciated and frail and fucked up from being psychic.
They all had nice personalities, and they're like very not just personalities, but distinct like play styles. Like one was a sniper, the other's a fucking. So you gotta fight them in different ways, and it was cool. But and then yeah, MGS3 is just like, here's a guy made out of bees. And it's like, what the fuck is this stupid ass shit?
And then
Someone
there's
in
a
the chat-
ghost, just a ghost, a guy who's just a ghost.
That's the worst. That's the worst boss fight in game history, because he also makes you wade through every enemy you've killed up to that point in the game. So up to then, it's like, oh, I don't want to kill anyone because the Sorrow boss fight's coming up. And then after that, it's the next slash-a-thon that you've never even fucking imagined when you kill everyone you want finally, because the game's not going to try and punish you for it.
I hate Hideo Kojima. I hate him.
He's the Yui Bowl of fucking video games, really. He's terrible. But
Someone
the
in the
gameplay
chat,
is still fun.
Someone in the chat mentioned Revenging This. I still think you should play it because it's kooky and wacky.
I will when it's on sale for like $2.
I do. I already own it. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you had it.
It was annoying though. The demo was really annoying. Not just the
Annoying.
story, but the actual gameplay was worse than the Metal Gear Solid games.
And the best thing to happen in the Metal Gear series is where Raiden has his entire body stripped away from him and fucking
He's just a
disgusting. He's just his upper skull.
That's basically
and
like
spine.
Carl from Aqua Teen Hunger Force talking about the Metallica song 1, where it's
He's
like,
just-
do you know that one Metallica song where the guy comes back from a war and he's just an eyeball? It's like, what? I don't think that's exactly how the song went.
That's not how the song goes. He's a
That's
little
not-
more than an eyeball.
Johnny Get Your Gun is actually more about that, but whatever.
Well,
I'm
anyway.
gonna go lay down. My head hurts a lot
Alright.
now.
All right, you're gonna cash
Everybody
out.
in the chat, you should be more like Pleb Comics. If you happen to be a girl,
follow
be more like Pleb Comics.
Follow
Yes.
Pleb Comics on Tumblr or
You might
Twitter.
fucking learn something.
Follow SWC on
Oh.
On
Sad.
8chan or YouTube.
Onto
YouTube, kind of a dying medium.
Yeah, which one do you guys like keep up with more now? Just you're bored now?
I don't miss shitty web comics for a fucking second.
I miss it. God damn it! Bring it back.
Yeah, I do too. Actually, it was like part of my daily reading.
Right.
Yeah, everyone's talking about like, oh man, what am I even doing?
That's the thing,
but
is there's
it's-
crappy webcomics. Somebody went and made like a recreated board.
yeah, crappywebcomics.tumblr.com, and never updates.
Yeah.
It doesn't have anything to say. It's fucking great.
And to me, it just seemed like
It's
second
such
nature. It didn't
right.
seem that special what
What
we
are you
did.
even gonna do without us, you fucking faggots? It's great. And as soon as I fucking, I don't even know how much I should talk about this, but as soon as I fucking stopped the blog, I immediately went out and just wrote a book. It's pretty much finished. I have to do some redrafts, but I wrote a fucking book. That's
I
how much
can't
free time I
wait.
had.
I can't wait to read it.
Yeah, I know Forge. Forge already liked what he
Yeah,
read because I
I've
sent
read-
him like half of it so far.
Yeah, I've read a good chunk of it, and it's great. He's a really fucking good writer.
which
And
you know,
there's
Forge
fucking
is cool.
sex, and its sex is good.
There's tons of there's tons of porn in it. Just really like over the top graphic pornography.
It's fantastic. It's like the Paul Verhoeven of porn.
Yes, I knew Forge would like it. There's and it's got Laylee in it, which she should have video games. But hey, a book is fine too. Gets fucked so hard. She comes so hard she pisses herself. That's in the book. That's in the fucking book.
You had to make sure to add that.
Yes. Oh yeah. That had to.
Jesus.
In fact, there's a scene missing. I need to write it where fucking human Thomas fucking still manages to beast fuck the shit out of Wolf Lily, where she's like 8 feet tall and he's 5'2" and made out of twigs.
How?
still-
How?
He still does it.
All right, now I'm
Because
anxious to
manly
read this
essence
part
is so
Sleb is
amazing.
definitely
to
out.
see how you handle the logistics of something like
The
that.
manly
Love this
essence is
hashtag.
so incredible.
Yes. You know what? It's not actually very substantive for her in that case. I
Oh,
have
you're
to really
disempowering her?
yes. Well,
Wait
disempowering
just a goddamn
him.
second. Does this Metal Gear have a fucking laser sword?
It's a whip.
What is that?
It's like a fucking whip, but it creates earth spikes. 'Cause it's
How is this more advanced than the
It's
Metal Gear?
empowered
Rex?
by the power of the earth spirits.
Fuck this! Fuck it! Fuck this game! I
No.
hate this game. How can it cannot
Again,
be more?
this is the least insane Metal Gear Solid game, especially for a main Metal Gear Solid game. Fucking Peace Walker was fucking retarded in comparison to this shit.
Has a magic Earthquake 3 fucking sword. Magic Quake 3 sword. How is this more advanced than the Metal Gear Rex? How?
This is definitely more. It definitely moves faster.
Yeah, moves faster. But can it launch a nuke?
Like, do we give a shit
does have a
anymore?
railgun.
Kojima? Do you
That's
care
the thing.
about anything?
In MGS1, that railgun was special. Now every single one of these fuckers has a railgun.
And the ones in Peace Walker have rail guns too, and that takes place in like 1974, which is way before MGS1.
Oh,
Shit,
here comes
come
the
on.
fucking Earth. Fucking cast. I cast Earth 3.
Earth.
It's Quagga or some shit.
Earthaga.
Quake Aga, yeah.
It made so much more
Quake the
sense when it
game.
was just Earth or Quake 3.
Quake 3. Quake
A little
3.
less confusing, yeah.
Quake 4. Doom 2. Doom 3.
Doom Aga.
Doom. Doom. Oh god, that's fucking stupid. Stupid! Should we or should we not?
So stupid.
Follow the advice of the
Of
Galactic
the
League.
Galactic League.
Stupid!
Stupid!
What the fuck?
That's from A Few Good Men when Tom Cruise has a complete fucking meltdown.
Oh,
He
shit.
screams in Demi Moore's face. Thank you for playing. That scene's got to be on YouTube somewhere where the
Yeah,
fucking
it is. That's where I fucking saw it last. Oh, fuck. They rusted my tank. My
It's a
tank insulted a
what?
gentleman. My tank just insulted a gentleman.
It has a rust bomb.
It's metallic archaea, which is part of the plot is that there's this. It's like a chemical or something
Here it
that.
is. I love this scene actually. Are you?
It's a chemical that allows people to enrich yellow cake
Oh,
just with like a chemical
that's
that you
almost
expose
realistic.
to regular metals. Or
that's like a realistic
some
thing that happens.
shell.
In real
Fuck!
life.
Oh, I'm on fire.
Do they even like attempt to explain why this Metal Gear is so advanced? Like
It's
20
a
years
secret-
more
It's
advanced.
a secret Metal Gear. I don't know.
Well, now I'm watching the
It's
scene
made
from
in
fucking A Few
secret.
Good Men. Oh yeah, doesn't she suggest putting fucking Jack Nicholson on the stand, and he's like already drunk and shit, and he's like, "Okay, you're crazy."
You're crazy.
Just fucking starts screaming in her face. He gets very Tom Cruisian, which is kind of great actually. I really like Tom Cruise.
He is genuinely a fucking enjoyable good actor.
Yes, he's especially nutty in this
No,
scene.
I wouldn't go that far. Holy shit.
Well, he's good in this. Though.
He's too fucking manic for me. He comes off.
Yeah,
as-
he's especially in this, but it's funny to watch just because it's like fucking. Okay, but
It's like, yeah, not me. I'm not gonna get haloed. Fuck you, Tom Cruise.
Haloed. You're not putting.
Although I do like that movie. That's a good movie.
Yeah, it is. I like that. Where's the other?
What the fuck? Motherfucker.
I mean, I'm not shit. The Metal Gear is neat and creepy, but it shouldn't be this fucking advanced. It's 20 years too early for this shit. Like even the Rays, the most
Yeah,
advanced
it's
Metal
because
Gears,
they had
were not
nowhere
this
else to
advanced.
go, and they have to have Metal Gears in it, and it's just fucking like,
They do have to have a Metal Gear in it because it's called Metal Gear.
it's called It's like the Star Wars prequels where they have to have
Well, then-
C-3PO and
They
R2D2.
Then
have to
set
have
it in the future.
lightsabers everywhere.
Set it in the future with Snake and not Boss. We don't give a shit about Boss.
But Snake is old.
I know this is a
they
good
really
justification
fucked that
for
up.
why. Yeah, they really fucked that up. But this is at least a justification for having the base building and shit. There's no
Yeah,
base
the base
building
building
in,
is the base
in
building.
MGS4.
Yeah, the base building is cool, and it's
Well,
part
why
of the good
can't
things.
you have Snake building a base on his own in the future? Like
That would be
Snake,
cool,
Snake, not
but
this.
it's because these guys are fucking building Outer Heaven, and they're essentially the bad guys.
Ugh, we know how that ends already. There's no
Yeah.
tension.
It's like, well, here's a big bag of rock salt.
Right. Here's John Voight's ball sack. The glistening ball sack.
3D
Swam
printed
out
gun to
of.
shoot yourself.
I hate you, Kojima.
He sucks.
I
He's
hate
the
you.
hackiest piece of shit. He's
Kojima.
the most overrated by far of
That's
any
the thing is,
fucking
again,
person.
I'm watching the cutscenes in fucking MGS3. The
He sniffs
worst
his own
MGS
fucking
ever.
farts.
And it's just like slow motion just so you can watch fucking Ocelot twirling his guns for like another 50 million years.
Oh my god.
It just goes on and fucking on.
It's
Just does
retarded.
not ever fucking
It's the
stop.
dumbest scene ever because the whole time I'm thinking, why doesn't Snake just shoot him?
Yeah, he's an enemy
There's
soldier.
no reason not to.
Snake
We have
has no reason not to shoot fucking Ocelot to
this
death
fucking plot immunity. It's bullshit.
because it would create a time paradox.
Oh
Yeah, exactly. Fuck that.
But
but
also
they didn't even have
Kojima's
to have
not a clever
Ocelot.
enough writer.
Ocelot didn't need to be in the fucking story. He didn't need to be in the game. Any of that stupid
Yeah,
ass
he's
shit.
suddenly a Russian triple agent. He's been triple crossing them. The game is also kind of sort of like a fucking James Bond story. But
James
not as
Bond
good.
is much more coherent than that.
Yeah,
I
even the
hate this
James
character.
Bond, even Moonraker.
Oh shit.
Raper.
Why can't I fucking get in any of these fucking vehicles? I think he rusted all the cunts of all the vehicles.
Because Kojima sniffs his own farts.
Yes. He's a
Why
fuck.
does he do that?
His own vile
He's a cuck.
effluence.
He's a cuck. He's a cuck. He's a cuck.
God damn it.
Kojima.
Like if this was Snake and it was in the future, I wouldn't have a problem.
It's
It
not
would
even
make
Snake,
sense.
it's just some woman.
Oh, I thought you were playing boss. Who the fuck is this?
Not even playing as boss.
Oh, are you playing a chick?
God, her
playing
face
Chick
is
Squad?
burned off. Her fucking
that's-
face is burned off.
That's what I also liked about Peace Walkers, that you don't have to play as Snake for every mission. You can replay missions and like get some fresh stuff from them. But you can play as like some of the chicks who sign up for fucking military.
And there's very
science
few. They're
frontiers.
not going to pretend like it's a 50-50.
Yeah,
At
it's
the very
not
least,
equal. It's fucking
Oh,
it's a
wow.
majority of men, but when it's a woman, you can still fucking go around with an assault rifle and blast some motherfuckers in the head, which is
Shows
great.
the damage. That's pretty cool. It's like all fucked up now.
Yeah, I already broke his head. That's actually one of the things you could do in Pizza Walker, was when you're fighting the, oh, fuck.
The other fucking yeah. There's actually like multiple Metal Gears in Peace Walker. It's fucked up because it's like the most advanced Metal Gear game ever. There's three.
Oh shit, there, I broke his fucking railgun.
There's it's not the Peace Walker. It's like the Pupa, Cocoon, and Chrysalis, which are like they have the AI core, and it's like one can fly, one is a giant weapons platform that you actually crawl and like climb the ladders up onto to get to the top of it. It's got like 100 guns on it and shit like that. The other is like an actual tank that drives around on the thing. It has like a hover skirt on it, and it's crazy. These are the different Metal Gears that you fight, and then at the end is Peace Walker, which is just like a giant walking, like four-legged fucking and it's got a railgun and shit, and it's got all these other attacks. So there's essentially like 4 different Metal Gears that you can fight in the game, and you can fight them over and over again, and you actually get the more you fight them, the more shit you can get to build your own Metal Gear to make Metal Gear Zeke. And then there's like a hidden ending where you can then fight Metal Gear Zeke. So there's
Yeah,
5 Metal Gears on the
but
game
but it's fucking Paz. It's a fucking 14-year-old girl
in
in
her
her
underwear.
underwear taking command of it and talking. The entire game, she's like, she's just a student and she just wants peace
She's a cute
for her
Aryan.
country.
That Liquid Snake,
Who?
the kid.
Oh yeah, he psychically took over Sahelanthropus with the help of the Floating Boy, who is only known as the Floating Boy, and it's apparently not Psychomantis.
But it's just
Oh,
like
I hate this game. I hate it.
Well, the story. Here's the thing about the Metal Gear Solid games: you have to ignore the story if you have good taste. Unless you're a retard who actually is like, "Oh, the Metal Gear Solid game's story is so incredibly beautiful. I cried when Snake danced and played in the rain with Quiet," and it's just like, you,
Yeah, exactly. All these people who are
you
like
filthy
crying,
little
they
lump.
cried when the boss died. They talk
Filthy
about
little
they
peace walker.
they cry. They cried when the fucking boss died. It's like, why? That was terribly set up, stupidly pulled off.
Oh yeah,
So
and
why
Metal
are
Gear
you
Solid 3
crying
is
over
really
this
contrived.
shit?
It's
I think
obvious
it's because they see that other people like American movies that are better.
Yeah,
And
they
they're
see
like, oh, this is the
American.
reaction
Yeah.
I'm supposed to have.
Yeah, in American movies, when a dramatic moment is pulled off and people are like, oh, that's really sad. So they see it in this, like, tone deaf, doesn't know how to get it right. Like it was something Roger Ebert said that actually I think is put well, and probably he stole it from someone else, but it's like they know the notes, but they don't know the music. And it's like Kojima knows what it looks like when you make a shaky cam effect or slow down speed up effect, or when a character like dies in like a
He
slow
knows
motion
what
scene.
he sees that other people use slow motion, but he
Yes.
doesn't know why. Kind of like Michael Bay
That's
Or Len Kabaczynski.
yes,
that's a very, very good analogy. Actually, that makes
Yes.
a lot of sense.
yeah, perfectly describes fucking
It is, yeah, but all these people on like V or 4chan or 8chan even, fucking, they see this shit, or Tumblr even, and they're like, wow, this is incredible. And it's like, no, it's not even close. You people have no clue.
So why does Future Boss have a normal arm?
Because this isn't the boss. It's his fucking copy.
Oh
Or
my
it was,
god!
it was the fucking medic on the helicopter who was psychically. They never explained that, but somehow he's psychic, or not psychic. But the other thing, where he's brainwashed into believing he's the boss. His entire history is like erased.
So he becomes the main bad guy of fucking Metal Gear 1.
Oh
Is
my
it Metal
god,
Gear
that's
1
so
or Metal Gear
stupid.
2?
Metal Gear 1, and then Metal Gear 2, I think, is the actual real big boss, supposedly. But then, of course, he's not dead in that either, because Big Boss shows up at the end of Metal Gear Solid 4.
So where's the real big boss in this game?
He shows up if you get to the secret ending.
Oh my god, that's so stupid.
So wait, the
It
entire
doesn't
game,
have the head shrapnel or the missing arm, but
the
it's
entire
like for a
game, you're
second.
essentially you're playing as the medic from the
Yeah,
helicopter.
you're
So
just
this
playing as
is
a
not-
nobody. You're
This is a
just
nobody.
You're playing
This
as
is
a
not
nobody.
Snake, and this
But-
is not Big Boss.
He's a nobody, but he's also still the greatest soldier, super soldier the world
He's
has
doing all
ever
this work.
seen.
He's essentially building not only a private army, but he's building outer heaven.
Even though he's just nobody.
Oh god.
Even though he's just some loser nobody.
Just some
I want to
dude.
fucking buy this game so I can piss on it.
Well, I have it on Steam, so I can't even do that.
Oh my
I'm not gonna
god.
piss on Steam.
This is also
the
kind of a
game,
spoiler because this is literally the traditional ending. The game goes on after this, the secret endings after this, but this is technically where the game actually ends.
Well, who's the skull guy? Who's this guy you're about to cap?
Just some guy. It's
Just- Guy?
supposedly he was working behind the scenes during Metal Gear Solid 3 to clean up all of Snake's messes and stuff when Snake did kill things or some shit like that. He was supposedly
it's a
behind the
nobody.
scenes. He was supposedly behind the scenes the whole time.
It's just somebody they pulled out of their ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
It's
that's
a
how
total-
Japanese write. It's full of ass pulls. That's how every anime ends with an ass pull, consistently. There's never been an anime where it hasn't been
He just
resolved with an
shot him
ass
in the
ball.
dick. Shoot him in the dick again. Oh my god! Holy shit!
Shit, I'm not watching.
That's pretty
I remember.
surprising.
I remember actually. If
Oh
you
my
held
God.
people up in MGS2, if you shot them in the dick, they would die instantly.
He's not killing him. He's just ruining his life. That's pretty cool.
Oh wait, are you doing is that the cutscene where you fucking?
I actually haven't done the cutscene yet where he fucking
Wait,
actually
so that
shoots him.
didn't actually happen?
What? What
Just
didn't
like in
happen?
Twilight.
You didn't actually just shoot his arms and legs off?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you didn't he?
Isn't that the
I don't know,
Skullface
they
scene
were-
where you kill Skullface?
He
Yeah,
was
this-
flashing back to different people or something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he
That's
shot his
just-
arm off.
That's just Kojima's gay fucking
Shot his arm and
direction.
legs off.
It's fucking
Fucking... you filthy little wog! Smack!
filthy little log. Still watching this.
Kojima, you are a little people.
Yeah, see his arm is disconnected.
God, this is so bad I have to piss. I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
All right.
Oh yeah, wait, no, you just missed the best part.
Oh no.
You just missed the best part.
What?
Fucking Huey Emmerich goes and kills Skullface.
Oh yeah, he just walks up and like grabs the gun and kills Skullface, and like,
Oh,
and he even goes revenge. He says it out loud, revenge, like anyone would ever do that.
Oh, fuck you, game.
It's pretty stupid. It is. Oh, we just lost a couple more viewers. We're down to 5.
Oh no.
I think we may have scared them off with our fucking spoilers.
Constantly yelling, "You filthy little wog," over and
Should I got
over
an
and
S
over
rank?
again.
I just got a fucking S rank.
You got an S rank for the
something right.
Sahelanthropus fight.
Sahelanthropus.
Yeah, they certainly seem more fair with the S. Maybe it's only for the American version.
Well,
of
I'm
the game.
trying. I'm actually one of the biggest, easiest ways to get an S rank is actually just to fucking do it fast. It matters
all
more
should be.
than kills or fucking. Supply
Yeah, in the other
drops.
games, it used to be you could only do it through fucking not killing anyone, which is retarded.
Yeah,
because,
no
like, okay,
kills, no detection.
you get all
none
these
of that
games,
shit.
you get all these guns, and you can't fucking.
Yeah, that's one of the things about. I don't know. Is there a punishment in MGS4 for killing anyone? Because I don't remember it. But I also know that you get non-lethal weapons. But other than that, I can't imagine a reason for using non-lethal weapons in 4. Because it's not like you're going to Fulton anyone to your base.
Laying down arms, with a feeling of holding a gun.
I fucking brought fucking Chick Squad
You'll
lady.
never forget.
Maybe it forces me to use Snake. The thing is, though, the other character, the fucking other character that you saw me playing as, that is the real Snake. Or rather, that's the fucking medic on the chopper.
I actually didn't know that until you just said that like a minute ago. That you're not even playing as the real Snake the whole fucking game. That's retarded.
That is incredibly stupid.
It's just like you know what it's as bad as Metal Gear Solid 2, where you don't get to play as Snake for the entire game. Or Metal Gear Solid 3, where again it turns out it's not a game with Snake. It's just fucking his big.
Why do
boss,
they hate
and
Snake?
kept
Why
that a
can't we-
secret?
They hate letting us
Yeah,
play
and
as
then
Snake.
in MGS4, he's just an old fucking man who's on the verge of
He's old and
death.
crippled. Yeah, why do they hate letting us play as Snake? We want to play as fucking Snake.
Yeah,
Snake's
that's
the cool one.
Yeah, you don't get to ever play as a cool person in any of the MGS games outside of 1. It's
And
fucking
Kojima's
retarded.
like, I'm subverting expectations. Fuck
Yeah, he's
you.
he's fucking M Night Shyamalan.
Yes.
Yes, yes, that's
What
exactly.
a twist.
What a twist!
Twist, do you like it? Do you like the twist?
I
Twist.
don't like the
I
twist.
don't
actually.
like it, you fucking gook.
Well, what did they do with this fucking Metal Gear now?
They
They
just
just
leave
keep
it.
it
They
there.
just literally leave it here. I'll just put that anywhere, I guess. Yeah, just
Throw it in the
just
corner.
put that over there. Don't worry about those APCs, which I will actually be using it. But then, even then, the boss or big boss is like, I don't ever want to see this activated. And it's like, okay, but
Well, wait. You mean by big boss? You mean the fucking medic on from the helicopter?
the medic from the helicopter.
So they're going to take this and convert it into a less effective Metal Gear.
Yes,
Yes.
they're gonna
But
make
the
it
thing
shittier.
is, there was supposed to be a way to play, the Battle Gear, which is like the customizable a fucking mini Metal Gear, but then you never get to pilot it, you don't fight it, you don't even get to see it outside of like a hangar.
Why is it turning on?
It doesn't. I fucking have no idea what's going on with the Metal Gear. I know there's a psychic boy.
I hope
Or
Kojima
girl.
dies in a fucking dumpster fire.
We stand tall on missing
He
life.
never will because people love him too much. His fan base loves him too much.
Faggot fan base.
And
The
only
cuck, the Kojima cucks, basically, are who his fans are. And fucking Razor Fist is apparently working on his review of Metal Gear Solid 5, and I know he's going to be unfair to it, which is great. Even though the game looks like a lot of fun, and I want to play it,
And there's
the
game is
gameplay,
fun.
yeah, the gameplay does look like a lot of fun, but
but
just
I
this
want
is
him to be
so
unfair to it.
stupid.
That is kind of why I've played every single one of the games more than once, is because the gameplay is legitimately fun, although the older games are really out of date. I don't know why Skullface is even showing up there. They're talking about the fucking...
Because why not? Because I'm fucking Kojima, and who cares? Throw more,
it's
more
meaningful
characters.
symbolism.
Yes.
He's seen other people do it. He has no idea why.
I'll never be whole again.
It's like The Room.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
It's like the room
I
where
think
like
even The
Kaczynski
Room is
movies.
better.
Oh, hi, Skullface.
Yes, exactly.
I think even The Room is a more competently made movie.
Yes, because it tells a story. It tells a
It has a
coherent
beginning,
story.
middle, and end. You're never
It's a
confused by
shitty, dumb
anyone's
story.
motivations.
But it doesn't get up its own ass with fucking pretentiousness and over-directed bullshit, tone deaf, and it has like women getting tasers shoved up their cunts and being almost raped to death.
Oh my
But then at
God.
the same time, a guy will shit his pants, and it's supposed to be funny.
The
Like a
poopy
minute
jokes.
later in the game, it's
Oh
fucking
yeah,
retarded.
that guy. I remember.
Yeah, the guy who keeps shitting
They-
his pants.
Made him a prominent character in Metal Gear Solid 4. Like, we didn't care about this fucking guy at all.
Yeah, he wasn't. He
was a
wasn't
gag.
interesting or even funny, or barely even noteworthy.
He was a random guard.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
and he was actually someone who was quite pathetic to the point where it's like I don't even like seeing this guy on screen.
I don't like knowing that he exists. I'd shoot him to death. In fact, I have shot him to death.
I have killed his father in MGS3, which they don't give you a fucking time paradox ending failure mission for, at
Jesus.
least. I killed him with a fork. I actually stabbed him to death like 100 times with a fucking fork until he died. It was the most brutal, horrific murder in the entire fucking game. And I think he does show up in the fucking. No, it is after the Sorrow fight. So you can murder him, and you don't have to worry about his dumb ghost trying to haunt you in the fucking Sorrow fight. Stupid fucking that fight ruined the game.
See,
It
I
ruined
wouldn't
the
mind
game.
so much if I didn't know how seriously the game expected you to take the story.
And the fucking fanboys all take it extremely. Did you see the fucking prereq review of MGS5?
Yeah.
They were fucking brutal too. It was great because I knew that a bunch of faggots were gonna be like, "Ugh, they didn't even play it fucking. They don't understand," or any of that shit.
They did
Like,
play all of the other games in the series.
Yes,
How can
or
they
they-
properly review this?
Or they didn't.
Like-
and then if they did, they would be like, "Oh, you hated the game, but you still played all the games."
Like, we are utterly anti-feminist, anti-social justice warrior. Even we thought the Quiet Thing was fucking gross and creepy.
Yeah, it's
At
stupid.
least I did.
It's retarded.
It's dumb.
It's purient.
Empty. Yeah, it's puerile objectification, and I have no problem even with it. But it's the dumbest thing ever.
It's
It is
stupid.
stupid. If you're gonna have objectification, you got to do it the Laylee way, where it's like she strips down her suit, shows off her fucking giant torpedo tits.
I did like seeing fucking what's her face? I think it was Eva. Just he fucking picks her up by her throat, grabs her tit, and then activates his electricity powers
Oh yeah,
until her
Vulcan.
nylons rip.
Yeah, Vulcan. That was pure fetish fuel. Where like it's like in Lost in Translation, where the hooker he gets is like lip knife stockings, and he's like, "Lip, you're what?" And then she throws herself on the ground. It's like, "Oh, you are raping me," And he's like, "What the fuck's wrong with this bitch?"
What the
What?
fuck? Oh, here is Truth, the man who sold the world. Here is the true final mission.
Might
This
as
could
well
be
play
a massive spoiler if I play this. Oh no, I'm playing it.
Oh no! But who killed the world?
it. Men,
Men!
men. And then he's such a thirsty simp. He's like, "Oh, call me." He was still waving to her as she's screaming and pointing, "Men!" And he's like, "Oh." He's like in love with her. Because she has a fucking slime hole between her legs.
Oh shit! It wouldn't be slimy if you took a shower now and then.
It wouldn't be slimy if you told her she looked beautiful. It would dry right up. Or if you showed like compassion for any other living creature, yeah, it would dry right the fuck up.
You know, I can't blame men for not wanting to be dads, but
Oh shit.
But well, I think the reason why there's a lot of single moms is because women are so fucking repellent as far as their personalities.
Yeah,
that
and
men
men
are
have
like,
no-
I am
yeah.
fucking out of here.
men have no say in whether they can keep their kids or
A
not.
lot
Yeah,
of
they,
these
they have no
women are
they have no say in the
well,
relationship.
A lot of women are basically tricking men into this shit so that they can
The
go on
pussy trap.
welfare.
It's called the pussy trap. The trap you
They go
with
on
the pussy.
welfare and then
The pussy trap.
vagimony, which is welfare
It's
child
vagimony.
vagimony, which is
That's-
alimony and child support.
which they receive from a frivorse.
Yes.
Jesus, I like that.
Yes,
Oh, who is
I like
it?
the
Who
fucking-
sold the world?
terminology is really cheesy.
Who killed the world? Show us who it is. Is it just? It's just boss,
Boss.
isn't it? It's just gonna be
Big
fucking
Boss.
boss.
Well,
This
the
is the
boss was-
beginning of the cutscene. You're not going to see that until I beat the mission.
what is the mission? I've only seen the cutscene. I've only seen part of it.
The mission is basically just crawling around everywhere. Although there is.
So I thought I was spoiling it with like, oh, there's a scene where it's like there's another
You have
like I
nothing
thought the
against-
Phantom was an actual phantom, like an actual ghost of Big Boss who became an actual person. I didn't even know that it's like no, it's just the fucking medic from the scene, the one who actually
I'm not
pulls
sure
the
if
bomb
it'll
out.
show it again or
It's
not.
like, hey, like you thought you were playing boss the whole time. Surprise!
It's just
you
this
fucking
loser.
idiot.
He's supposed to be the greatest soldier ever. Guess what? No, he's just some random dude.
And what does that
Randy.
say about Big Boss? Big Boss isn't the greatest soldier ever either.
But because of his bloodline is impure.
In fact, some of the women in fucking Peace Walker had more health than Boss did. Boss has like 8,000 health max, but you can find women who have like 9,999.
Well, you can level up their stats, and that's one of the things
Yeah.
that's missing in this, which I fucking I wish wasn't missing. Is basically if you're not playing as boss, you don't have the cyber arm, so you can't run as fast. You can't fucking cyber punch people.
I mean, Snake and Liquid were clones of Boss. Boss was just a fucking soldier. There's nothing special about Boss.
Just a guy.
It's just part of the Japanese concept that your blood determines everything about you.
Yeah,
Like he wasn't part of
if your
Les
blood
Enfants
type is
Terribles
A+.
or anything like that. He was just a really good soldier,
yeah.
as far as I remember.
Well, it's just fun. None
And he
of
was
it
trained.
means anything.
He was trained by the mother of special forces, which that's bullshit.
Yeah,
It's a load of shit.
bunch of horse shit.
And then he kills himself at the end of Metal Gear 4.
I wish.
Does he? Or does no, who? Fuck
No.
you, Kojima.
No.
Yeah, that was the
Suck
most
my dick.
cheapest, obvious fake out where he's like sitting there with a gun in his mouth, and I just knew I called it right then. He's not going to kill himself, and he
Well, not
doesn't.
Snake. I mean, Boss at the very end. I thought
The
he
boss,
killed himself.
He just dies.
Big Boss dies of old age. He just sits
dies.
there and just dies of old. But so does Major Zero or fucking Zero or whatever the fuck, who supposedly is the showrunner of this whole thing, which also sounds like bullshit.
Yeah, he created GW and all the rest of them, right?
Supposedly, but you don't even get a hint of that in fucking MGS 3, which is the first game where he shows up naturally.
You never even actually see him. He's just on the fucking radio, right?
Yeah, you see him, but you know he's just a fucking old British guy, I guess. And
God,
I don't
hate
even know
these
what
fucking games.
significance he's supposed to have with anything. He does show up in MGS 5 though, doesn't he?
Agent Zero, or just Zero, whatever the fuck his name
Major
was.
Zero. Major
Yeah,
Zero.
Zero is like one of the benefactors of fucking Outer Heaven and their new shit.
Oh, it's so stupid and confusing.
Yeah,
It's fucking
it
confusing.
doesn't make it contradicts itself. It's full of plot holes, which of course the fans are like, no, it's not. As it is, of course. They'll look at a giant plot hole and say, "This is not a plot hole," as it's a plot hole.
See, this is why I enjoyed Revengeance, because it doesn't do all this bullshit. It's just a wacky, goofy, fun
It
sort
still
of thing.
had a bunch of fucking long ass dumb cutscenes though.
Cunt
Yeah, but it doesn't
scenes.
involve
Fun
any of the
scenes.
plot from fucking any of these men. Who the fuck is that?
Yeah, that's what they should have done was just dumped it all.
Who the fuck is that?
Who the fuck is what?
Who's the guy in the mirror?
Yeah, that's the character. It allows you to create a character, and in fact, you can change the creation in the first mission if you play it again. But that's basically it wants you to create an avatar. Here's Quiet for the first time, by the way.
Oh yeah, she's actually an assassin, isn't she?
Wait, I thought this was the end of the game.
It's the final mission. It's the secret final mission. You replay the first mission, but with like all the secrets are revealed.
Oh god, I hate this game. This is painful. Am I wrong? This is stupid.
Compared to
awful.
3, no. Compared to 3, this is downright lucid.
Shit.
which is really saying
A
something.
fucking game where a guy's made of bees. He's not just able to control bees. He's made of bees.
He's
there's
made of
there's my
bees.
fucking character in the picture. Oh shit. Oh fuck. But anyway, and then there's a guy who's just a ghost. A boss fight of a guy who's just a ghost. I actually never fucking saw this before.
Oh my god, Cloud's not in this picture. Your memories are wrong. Sephiroth.
Yeah, there's supposedly some theories about parts of the game involving dissociative disorder or something. So, like, the whole Paz blowing her cunt up with a bomb from the end of Ground Zeroes.
Oh yeah, that didn't happen anymore.
Yeah, which didn't happen at all. It turns out Paz is alive, and the helicopter crashed not because her cunt blew up with a bomb.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
somebody
what
shoots a rocket.
happened?
Somebody-
Yeah,
looks
someone
like,
just shoots a rocket, and it just like what a thing to disassociate. It's like, oh, someone shot a rocket at my helicopter, but I imagined it as fucking Paz having a cunt bomb.
She's
they made
splashing the
Cunt bomb.
water.
They made Boss kind of look like that. What's his fucking face?
Well,
from
or it was that
Hellboy.
you who made him look like that. You can make him black, can't you?
I mean, Boss, the real boss.
The real
Boss,
boss.
the face boss.
The
Yeah,
actual.
he's surgically altered to look like him. But in the first mission, it's the other way around.
So, all right,
He
if
looks
you're
like Ron
surgically
Perlman.
altering him, it's to look like Boss instead of just looking different.
Who knows? Who fucking
It's
cares?
to make him
It's
look like
stupid.
boss, but he's also mind controlled to think he's boss.
Why is he surgically altered though? What's the point of that?
Because Kojima.
Yes.
And here's the real big boss. Real big boss comes after Quiet.
It's retarded
I can't
and
speak.
bullshit.
Look at my pussy.
Isn't this where she can speak though? She just
Yeah,
doesn't.
you hear her talking.
Oh, she
Oh
is talking.
my
Yeah,
God.
because she's wearing clothes and shit. Isn't this after this? Her flesh is burned off. Ha ha, cunt.
So that's the real boss there.
Yeah, and then he leads you through the tutorial, which takes way too fucking long. Because
Yeah.
Kojima doesn't know how to do those.
Yeah, the first mission is like a half hour, and you spend it like crawling on the floor and shit, don't you?
Yeah.
Which is to like make sure you're wallowing in the fucking sorrow and the pity of a man who's missing his arm and leg and shit.
But it's not even boss.
But then a guy made out of bees floats up and it's just retarded. And then a unicorn on fire shows up and it's just like tone deaf. And that's the thing. Weeaboos, people who fucking like the Metal Gear Solid games, don't understand what tone even means. They're
word
like,
is
tone, that's
tone.
when a Japanese person
The
rings a
word
bell
is-
and it
it
makes a
just-
sound,
it's a
right?
big-
The word is
It's just a big
boo.
four-letter word that Kojima
Yes.
Word is
fans still don't
shit.
understand.
Fuck.
Fuck. No, just
I'm
kidding.
just kidding. The word is shit.
The word is piss.
Press. The word is garbage.
Oh no, she's on fire. As long as her pussy's okay, that's fine.
No, her pussy gets burnt off.
But so she's got a parasite, and that's okay. She won't burn to death. Well,
Well,
she's
she
in the
gets
rest of the fucking
infected with
game.
a parasite after she's set on fire.
Oh, so
Uh-huh.
God damn it!
So it doesn't even make sense in the
She's kind of
game's
just a
universe.
normal fucking assassin.
Yeah, she's just an
Until then.
assassin.
Oh no, my hook hand! Like I said, the game looks gorgeous. It looks fine,
Yeah,
but it's
graphics are
so
really good.
stupid.
It's the dumbest game ever. Really.
How this
Metal
is the
Gear,
80s,
you know
right?
what? Fallout 4 gonna have a way better story.
Wait a minute, this is the '80s, right? This is supposed to be.
Yeah,
This setting?
1984, and they
How
make
does he have a
cultural reference.
perfectly working bionic arm?
They explain that in some of the later missions, but basically,
I
actually,
think
there's a
they're-
character in Peace Walker who had a fucking bionic hand. in
Yeah, I think that's whose
1974.
it is. It's his bionic hand that you basically just take and put on
But you
your
Oh,
fucking
I
you
get
actually
it.
rescue one of the guys who designed the fucking bionic hand.
Yeah,
Sort
I mean,
of
this is
like,
a universe where they have giant fucking bipedal tanks and
It's
shit.
sort of like Liquid Snakes, like sort of like poetry, sort of they
so
rhyme.
that they rhyme.
Ah,
It's like
hopefully it
stanzas. Hopefully
Hopefully
it works.
It's fucking. We can't remove it, but we can reduce the effects of it.
stylistically designed to be that way.
Yes.
That's exactly what Kojima would say about it too.
Yes, that's exactly what we would say, and he's just as effective.
I can see his
This the
ass.
only difference is that if fucking if like the Star Wars prequels had been video games that had good gameplay, people would be raving about them, especially if they were made by a Japanese guy.
Boss, aren't you going to help your other boss up? You just
Boss,
crawl.
help the boss, boss.
You just
Yeah,
gonna he's
I
just gonna let you crawl.
I was hoping when replaying this they would just let me fucking stand up and run around and shit. It doesn't. I gotta crawl the whole way again.
That just blew my mind in how fucking retarded
Yes.
tone deaf it is that you're not even playing as the boss.
It's
You're
not
not playing as Big Boss ever.
Once
They
again,
do say that it's like, oh, he was our best man. He was our best
No, he
soldier.
wasn't. He was just a fucking medic.
But the fact that he's somehow equal to the fucking boss and
They
no one
threw in a
questions
twist
it.
for no reason. They're like, okay, we need a twist. Let's fucking throw in
Twist.
just any twist. Okay, you were never playing as boss the whole time. What? No, okay. And then they go with it.
I mean, look how good they look at the muscles on his fucking back. They put so much effort into this, the way this game looks. But it's just got a garbage nonsense story.
Yeah, the story is the worst. It wouldn't be that much of a problem if the story wasn't, if they didn't waste that many resources and
And this
challenges.
is all
Like they could have
Kojima's
put that
fault.
into the game.
This is all Kojima's fault.
Yeah, they could have put that, and that was what ultimately destroyed. Like Metal Gear Solid 4 was a fucking disaster, and it's because they took out tons of gameplay because Kojima wanted to put in more cutscenes.
I blame Japan for this more
Yeah,
than
it's really Japan's fault. It's like there's stories based on ass pulls and Deus Ex Machinas.
Yeah,
and
they
that
don't.
kind of
They
shit.
don't know how to create compelling narratives.
No,
And no
they
one,
know the
no
notes
one
to
can
being
admit
human,
this.
but they don't.
no natural. They don't know how to write natural resolutions. They just be like, ass pull. You're a fucking giant alligator. Fucking pulls.
They
the
know
guy
the
into the
notes to
swamp.
being
One
human,
of
but
those
they don't know
fucking
the views
Dragon
of
Ball
it.
Z movies. Dragon Ball Z is the worst offender in this
Yeah,
case.
because every fight is resolved with a complete ass pull over and over again. Every movie and every major battle.
But in the one of the most recent movies, they punched Bulma in the face, so it gets a pass.
But that's
In the
okay. But
face.
the fucking
Bulma.
punch, yes, the bitch with the blue hair.
Well, that's the only part I would give a shit about.
It's
Any-
pretty
Any amount of
entertaining.
Riona would be hilarious.
Yes, Riona's good.
Riona is always approved.
That's one of
Better
the
than,
only
like-
things the Japanese do right is they put in lots of sexy Riona, which if you don't know, that's women.
Fuck
getting
is a
beat up.
Riona?
It's when women get beat up for sexual satisfaction.
Specifically, violence against women. I know a lot of
Oh,
tags
look,
in.
now the real boss is on fucking fire.
He just puts that out by patting on it. I never realized he has a fucking coat on. The man on fire, aka Vulcan. He's got a coat on.
How do you translate thunder powers to fire powers? It doesn't make any sense.
Well, I think the suit was a big part of the thunder powers. And now it's fucking
Yeah, his
basically
suit like conducted electricity and it stored a giant charge.
I thought it was just like a James Bond, he can control thunder kind of
No.
thing. All right.
I know the
then, yeah,
suit
when-
had something to do with it. He gets struck by lightning at the end too, and then catches on fire.
Oh my God, the
After you
irony.
shoot him a million times.
Yeah, I also fucking definitely put a bullet through his fucking head.
And balls.
And balls.
He's a terrible villain, really, honestly.
Yeah, he was really
I
dumb.
enjoyed beating the shit out of him, but it's like, why isn't... This guy should not be the real final... I mean, I guess he isn't the final boss. But it's like,
Because
I don't give a
the
fuck.
boss is the final boss.
It's
Alright,
like, I
this
don't give a
crawling
fuck
thing-
about Vulcan. He's nobody.
This crawling thing is really stupid.
Yeah,
Why isn't
I
boss
know, I know. It's supposed to be the drugs. He gave him drugs so that he'd be able to move, and it's like he injected them. They should be working already. What
He
the
just
fuck?
he injected boss personality. I have all your recessive genes.
Yes, that was stupid because recessive genes are actually more powerful.
Yeah, I was like, even when I was a kid and I played that, I was like, that's not how that works.
Yeah, that's not how genes work, you fucking idiot. You fucking gook.
Japan.
You lying
Thanks,
old
Japan.
gooks.
Oh shit.
You lying old hag. Here's a picture. Don't think you know something because he's the commander. Here's a picture.
Let's see the picture.
It's just not related to anything. Here's just cat whore.
Oh, I saw
It's
that
whore.
just a little while ago.
Yeah.
She has like,
Well, 'cause I
what the
reblogged
fuck
it.
is she have? Does she have like robot claw feet? What the fuck are they just boots?
I think those are boots, but they do look pretty cool.
My favorite example of like the dominant genes versus recessive genes would be from Dungeoneering Princess Prina, where she finds out she has a twin sister in the dungeon. And
Is that one of those fucking H games?
It's not a game. It's fucking Dojin.
Oh.
So like, essentially, you're playing Raiden again.
Yeah, well,
Not,
it's
not
it's
nearly
possibly
as
worse.
irritating. Yeah, I can
Yeah, well,
finally
yeah, in a
fucking-
way, it's not worse. It's not as bad, but
I mean, what is his reason for not letting us play the character we like? We don't
Well,
like
at
any of
least
these
we're
characters.
pretending to play the character as opposed to Raiden, who is just so not.
yeah, that's actually the great thing. The big twist spoiler is something that essentially ruins the fucking story of the game.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Everyone
Yes,
should talk about this when talking about the game.
It's a reward.
Instead
for
of talking about,
completing the game.
okay, Big Boss goes and does this mission, it's like,
No, he doesn't.
the medic from the helicopter goes and does this mission. That's
Like,
what,
how-
like, any,
Actually,
like, the
involved
fucking Zero Punctuation did a review of MGS5, and instead of referring to him as Big Boss or whatever, or Snake, she just referred to him as fucking the guy, the medic from the helicopter.
Medic
Oh,
from
does he
the
spoil it?
helicopter.
No,
No.
he shouldn't,
Oh.
or he doesn't, but he should have.
Well, I
absolutely
doubt he
shouldn't.
got that far in the game. I
No,
sincerely
yeah,
doubt.
because it's a
Yeah, no.
secret ending that you only get from like beating the hardest difficulty versions.
Yeah,
of
I've got like
Missions or
full.
some
I got
shit.
almost 200 hours in the game at this point. The game's only been out a
Damn.
month.
God damn. Yeah, you've been playing this quite a lot.
Yeah, it's fun. Most of that playtime.
That
is
was
not
that was
spent
another
with
reason is that
cutscenes.
it looked like it was going to have a lot of play, a lot of content and replay. Because the other MGS games always had a lot of replayability. Because it's like you can go back and just fuck around with people with stealth camo and like punch them in the face and watch them just react in confusion as they can't see anything, and that's great. But you know, and then this game is like looks like an even bigger version of that because it's a giant full world and shit instead of like the little narrow alleys and that kind of shit.
Does boss piss himself in this game?
No,
Just-
not as far as. Or wait. There was
Someone's got to piss themselves.
There's a part coming up where they're playing dead, and all of a sudden they're pointing guns at our heads. It's like, oh no, and it looks like he's pissing himself, and then you see a water bag next to it.
I mean, not even Raiden pissed himself, for Christ's sake.
Well, but Emma did a lot, especially if you punch her. Supposedly the guards would if you
Three-shot
point a
kick.
stinger, if you like hold them up with a stinger missile launcher. or one of the grenade launchers. If you hold them up with that, they would actually piss themselves.
Piss.
Yeah, I think
Piss.
Kojima has a
Oh,
major
and then
piss
somebody
fetish.
pisses on Raiden during the
Oh
mission.
yeah. One of the guards pisses on Raiden's head when you're sneaking
Really?
past. Yeah, if you don't alert him, if you don't get an alert when you sneak past one of the blown up shells, you fucking a guard takes a piss over the edge and you have to crawl underneath it. You're forced to crawl underneath it.
So this is just Kojima's jerk off
Yeah,
fetishes all over.
that's just in one game. That's just
But
MGS
it's like
two. In three,
legitimized. It's
and we're not even.
legitimized as opposed to other games where people would make fun of
Yeah,
it.
we're not even getting into MGS three with all the piss. Fucking first of all, Snake pisses himself after having the shit beat out of him, and like a fucking bullet gets punched into him or some shit.
Bullet gets punched into him, and his own mentor is like just punching and kicking the shit out of him.
Yeah, she holds a knife up to his fucking eyeball. That kind of shit.
And then he gets his eye shot out. Stupidly, too.
Yeah.
Fucking what's his
Tragic
face
juggling accident. That's the
exactly
truth. That's
what
how
it
it
is.
happened.
I mean,
Yes.
it's fucking Ocelot who shoots his. Oh my god!
Why is he
it's
trust?
done.
I don't understand why he trusts Ocelot in this game. Suddenly, Ocelot shows up and it's like, "Oh, my friend Ocelot." It's like,
guy
wait,
who
isn't this
blew
the
my
guy who was
fucking
responsible
eyeball
for
out.
shooting you in the eye?
They retconned the shit out of it in Metal Gear Solid 4 that Ocelot was actually a good guy.
So yeah, all he was pretending to be retarded all along.
I mean, like he joined. It's like after Metal Gear Solid 3, he joins Boss's cause or whatever the fuck.
Lots of zoom ins on these guys' open nightgowns in the back, where you can see their ass crack.
I'm triggered. Yeah, Boss looks like fucking Ron Perlman in this game.
There is also a lot of anime where fucking people piss themselves, and it is usually it's sometimes it's done in the guise of comedy, but a lot of the times it's just for fetishism. Like if you see a girl fucking with a shotgun pointed at her cunt and she pisses herself in fear, it's not for comedy.
God, Japan
While
is
guys
just
go
fu-
nah, 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 nah.
Nah, 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 nah.
Japan is just gross.
Give the man a hand.
Yes.
But at the same time, that's like if you want to especially get desensitized to 3D PD, that's the way you do it.
Yes.
Can you see Boss's ball sack? His fucking thing's
No.
open right there.
No,
Yeah, you.
no, that would be tasteless.
Yeah,
Mm.
there's a scene
Why
where
would you
Raiden
think
is
they do
completely
that?
naked. There was a way to like pull his arms away from his dick, and you see that there's just nothing there. He's just
Which
moving like a Ken
is
doll.
not. Which is in fact actually what he looks like
Yes.
down there.
Because he's just an eyeball. He's like he's like that Metallica song where the guy comes back from the war, and he's just an eyeball.
Yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
Well, I remember a lot of fucking people theorizing on 4chan on V, just like why.
Dumb
Because
faggots.
people keep speculating that Kojima's ruining these games on purpose. I think they don't realize that he really intends for this shit.
Yeah, he's not like fucking some twisted genius who's adding these bizarre fucking plot twists. He's really just a big fucking idiot.
Like his reasons for using Raiden instead of Snake in Metal Gear Solid 2 was because he wanted more young girls to play the game.
Yeah, and he thought that Raiden was legitimately a good character. And also, don't forget, they were named after the main characters from Titanic, which was a popular movie a few years
god.
before. They were
Like,
named
just
Jack and Rose.
someone so out of touch with everything.
He's an idiot, and the sad thing is there was a huge backlash against Raiden. So in MGS3, Raiden became a complete joke, whereas like he's a killable character. But on top of that, like if you wear the
He's
mask,
he's literally gay.
Yeah, isn't he Volgan's like boy toy in that
Yes.
game?
Yeah, which is for sure bad.
and if you yes, it's for sure bad. And then if you wear the mask, then the boss like is like, "What is this fairy disguise?" She says, and pulls the mask off as if Raiden's just a big faggot.
He fucking rides the lightning in that game.
Yeah,
Ha 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 ha.
It's just like all this Raiden bashing, but then in MGS4, Kojima's like, okay, you guys hated Raiden, so we made fun of him, but now I'm gonna try and make it like he's a cool character. Like Kojima's like, wait, let me try this again, and then he just turns into a fucking retarded, just a retarded character who's still gay, of course.
Well, at least they had him literally skinned alive and have all his fucking organs pulled
But
out.
the
That's
fucking
nice.
cutscenes of him were just fucking stupid
Hang-
because, like, a child walks into his room where the child is a fucking complete fucking albino just like him, and Raiden's like, "Oof, I'm such a badass, I don't even care who's this stupid kid," and it's like drawing it out, and after 10 minutes of really slow, like Twilight-esque dialogue, finally it's revealed that this kid with the exact same hair color and skin tone as Raiden is Raiden's son. And it's just
Oh
like, who gives
my
a fuck?
God.
It's the stupidest attempt at a twist at like fuck. It just fails on every fucking level.
Oh no, how will they get out of this sticky situation?
Probably by pissing themselves.
Oh no.
That's how every problem is solved in the Metal
Oh,
Gear.
and they don't cap the two people who are actually moving?
Oh, that's pretty stupid.
Oh my God. I thought they were focusing on he was going to piss himself.
So sort of like in
Oh my God, you weren't kidding. Holy shit.
well, what happened?
He's pissing himself.
I didn't even know. I was just making that up.
Oh
I
my
was
God.
just making
Wait
that up.
for it. Wait for it. Yeah, my video is like
Oh,
half
it was the
minute ahead.
catheter.
Yeah. It was just like a bag that they were fucking... He's lying on.
Even though they're pretending to be dead.
Well, now he's moving,
Alright,
ruining
fuck
the
this.
whole.
Fuck this.
Oh my God.
It's like you know what? This is completely equivalent to the very similar scene in Puma Man.
Here's a
To be left alone, the goal of every hero.
The goal of every hero to be left
Man.
alone.
He flies like a moron.
Yes.
When you
When
want the
you
flavor
want
of bacon
The
with
flavor
a
of
dip.
bacon and a dip. I could go for some. I could go for some bacon flavored dip.
Well, it's a good thing I have these bacon cheddar fries.
Bacon cheddar fries.
It's just bad. Actually, it's just bad. The whole thing.
But again, compared to 2 for me was really the pants shitting moment. It's when the series shit the bed.
And I still played 2 like 10 times over.
Yeah, but of course that was mostly because we had no money.
We
fucking
didn't
play it
have any
2
other
times over.
games, and the fucking there was a lot of replayability because in order to get the stealth camo, you had to replay it over on the other difficulties.
I beat it once, and the whole experience was just so fucking frustrating because it's just everything was wrong, and I didn't understand a goddamn thing that was
The
happening.
bosses were there weren't any boss fights. The fucking Fat Man boss fight was pretty dumb.
Yeah,
You
I
fight,
especially hated that on like hard mode.
You fight Vamp, I guess, but you can't kill Vamp.
Yeah, Vamp is a pretty shitty bug because it's just like a little. He's just prances around and throws knives. It's just dumb.
You somehow
really any
beat
trick
Fortune
to it
even
either.
though she's immune to bullets.
That wasn't even a boss fight. You don't fight her. You just dance around the room back and forth. You can't actually shoot her because
Ugh.
the bullets bend around her. She shoots at you until the fucking elevator comes down finally, and then it's like, oh, now I can avoid. Now I could just run up the elevator. The end.
You blow up a few rays, which are so easy to kill that it's a joke.
Yeah, they're dumb.
I mean,
And that's it. Those are the only fights. Aside, the very end fight is kind of a fight, but it's like I actually really did like the fight where you're alongside Snake, but it's like, why can't I play as Snake? Because he's right there, right next to me. I have a ninja sword.
They
Ninja
dick tease
sword
us.
here.
Yeah, they fucking dick tease us with Snake for the first like 3 hours
It's
of
like,
the
oh,
game.
there's Snake. Let me play as him. Let me jump. I was hoping it was like, okay, you got to play as Snake for like an hour, then you get to play as Raiden. It's like, okay, there's gonna be an awesome part where you get to play as Snake again and do something sweet. And it's like, nope, never,
Not once.
Never.
never, never,
Never.
never.
Yeah, and then we get to fight. Then the fucking Ocelot comes
Solidus
out.
is who is just
As an
who
asshole.
who is Solidus?
Yeah.
What is Solidus? Oh,
Where did he come from?
he's another clone. He's older than you.
Yeah,
It's
how is he
stupid.
older? So he's the first clone,
And
but we
there's
never
no
heard
hint
of
of him
him.
here at
He's
all.
never mentioned in the first game. He's never mentioned in
Fuck,
any of
Skip.
the other games.
I
Skip.
have all of Boss's recessive and positive genes.
Whoa.
All of them.
This is stupid.
Or he's like balanced.
Yeah, and he wasn't any perfect warrior soldier or anything, and
He
there's
was the
no
president.
consequence.
He was the president of the United States
Yes.
of America, and also had a legion
It's like,
of
really,
child soldiers
what
in
were his
Africa.
policies? Yeah, what were his fucking presidential policies? What party did he run under? All this shit. None of it. It's just like it's just like an afterthought. His character's an afterthought. It's like, and he's pretending to be Snake too, and Snake's stop pretending to be. Every game after one has
Stop
somebody
pretending
pretending
to be the legend,
to be Snake.
Solid Snake.
MGS2, the Raiden part starts off with him being called Snake and pretending to be Snake, and then fucking Solidus is like, I'm the real Solid Snake. Stop impersonating him is the dumbest scene ever. And then in MGS3, of course, it's another guy who's fucking pretending to be Snake because he's fucking the boss or whatever, big
It's
boss.
like the fucking. No, we don't want to play as
It's
the
pointless.
villain. Boss is a
All of
villain.
it's pointless.
I don't mind playing as I really don't mind playing as the boss and seeing like, oh, how did this come about? Oh, he's secretly
Yeah, the ideas,
a good
but
guy or
ultimately
something.
it's still
That's
stupid.
fine for me. That's fine.
Yeah, but he's not
it's-
Snake.
Yeah, they clearly couldn't think of anything
He
to
wasn't
do
even
with
Big Boss,
Snake.
yeah. He's the fucking medic from the helicopter.
He's not even Big Boss.
And yes, I am Mr. Kaz. One Dark Souls is a good game.
Yeah, but I bought that. I did buy that because it was on sale for $5, and maybe I'll play it.
I really, really like Dark Souls, but I do think it's maybe just a little too hard.
Well, doesn't it just take some getting used to, and then it's just fucking easy or something? I don't know.
No matter how used to it you get, like once you get to the fucking Ornstein and Smurg battle, there's nothing you can do. You're gonna die 1,000 fucking times,
Is Smoog in the game?
even if you're really good.
Smoog is in the game?
Smooth. It's the game comes to a screeching halt when I get to that part because it's too fucking hard.
I remember the Ninja Gaiden game on the Xbox was like where it became literally impossible because just a bunch of tanks shooting you and you can't do anything about it.
Oh my god.
And it wasn't
all
like
I
a boss
remember-
where you had to learn its tactic. It's just like, no, you really can't really even do this,
I mean, there's such a thing as making something too hard.
which they did intend. I got up to the communications tower in Metal Gear Solid 1 on extreme difficulty, and that was after weeks of like, I remember spending days on the fucking, the Frank Jaeger fight.
Oh shit.
Just days, because he will kill you in like 2 hits, and his tactics are completely different. His patterns are all completely different, and you do almost no damage to him ever. He takes about 1,000 punches for you to fucking kill him.
Oh my god.
So it's like a half-hour fight.
It hurt me
It's-
more.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
that's
Then he comes in
extreme,
his pants.
and then there's European extreme.
Yeah,
where
well,
it's like, oh, this is for people who are more extreme, better players than those
but
stupid
it's not.
Americans.
It's for people who have less lives and are more into rote memorization, which is really the
I'm
Japanese
absolutely certain
form
that
of game
the fucking
design.
Europeans did not fucking get any further than any Americans as
No.
far as that shit's concerned.
I should go.
Yeah, I'm
Hold
fucking.
on, you didn't get to see the fucking special end.
Oh,
Oh no.
I know this shit's going on for fucking
yeah, you're still
ever.
playing this fucking mission. Holy shit!
Well, I didn't skip over all the cutscenes like I usually did. It takes an hour otherwise without the cutscenes.
Like you can't even fight. You were just dodging this guy.
There is this part coming up. Finally, you can fight him, and you can fight the fucking soldiers before that, the fox soldiers. Alright, yeah, skip,
die.
fucking skip again, skip, fuck, holy shit. Oh, I beat the mission.
Oh, Fox alive.
Eliminated 6 soldiers, landed 20 or more shots on the man on fire. Okay. That's what I basically did this for, really, was the tasks. That's actually what I'm working on right now. Everything's completed, except for S ranking all the missions and tasks, which I know I can do. Okay, here's the next. It automatically goes into the next part of the mission where we're riding on a horse. That fucking review. Okay, wait. Here's the truth. Code Talker helps create the U.S. military. Oh, did he? Did he? Virtuous. They're trying to pretend like all this shit happened in real life.
Oh my god, who killed the world? Show us the ending.
But fucking fuck.
Oh, I did mention coffee towards the beginning. Guy in the chat. I've been drinking it this whole time, which means I peed for like 30
Eli,
straight seconds.
There's clones of the big one. They're just spoiling the whole series here.
Wait,
Holy
what?
Fuck. Like fuck, everything is spoiled.
So wait, what's the big reveal?
Zero hides Big Boss in a hospital on Cyprus and leaves him in Ocelot's care. Underground nuclear test discovered beneath the Kalahari Desert. Iranian revolution leads to the Iran hostage crisis. Really, you're bringing that into this?
Into your
That
silly
is the
little
thing.
game with
That
guys
fucking
made out
review
of
is so
bees.
perfect, where it's like, oh, look at all this shrapnel in your body, and then all of a sudden, floating child on fire. They don't even know that it's a boy. It's as far as they're concerned, it's a little girl, because it might as well be. But it's like this fucking floating girl with fire hands.
If
Okay,
that's
wait,
not
here
Psycho
it is,
Mantis, then who is it?
I have no fucking idea who
Probably
it is.
fucking
Maybe
an
it is
MGS6.
Psycho Mantis. I don't fucking know.
It really seriously could be Psycho Mantis, and Kojima says it's not Psycho Mantis just to try and fucking throw people off. It's completely meaningless if it is or isn't anyways.
Uh-oh, here we go. Or is this not the big reveal?
It's fucking... believe me, it's gonna go on and on. It actually still, though, it doesn't take that long. Compared to MGS4, where you had, on average, like 500 hours of cutscenes. There's more cutscenes in that fucking game than there was game.
Oh, from the man who killed the world.
Yeah, here it is. Here it is.
Would you kindly? Oh, jeez. What is it? You're not really boss?
There's me. I'm shielding the boss from the explosion. There's us pulling a fucking bomb out of Paz's fucking baby vent. And yeah, see there, I'm in the way of the thing, and oh, there's shrapnel in my head.
I hate this game.
So yeah, now I know that I am the boss, and that's you play as the boss with his face the whole time up until this point, and then it unlocks the ability to play as the avatar you created at the beginning of the game.
So you're just the guy who got horribly burned, and they made you look like boss.
Here's another thing that I don't fucking get is here's a Walkman. It's the same size as your fucking iDroid. The fucking iDroid, which is like the most sophisticated computer imaginable,
it actually
same size as a Walkman.
It projects a fucking hologram in front of your face.
In 1983.
Cassette player in the fucking early 80s is the same size.
It's actually bigger. The cassette player is the fucking bigger. Yeah, I'm big boss.
It's an actual
and you
Sony
are
Walkman, too.
No, he's the two of us together. This dialogue's horrible.
This game is worse than the fucking Holocaust.
The game's like a fucking if a 12-year-old tried to make an edgy fucking
it's like a fanfic.
Yeah,
it's a
it's
fanfic.
like, and then it wasn't really the boss the whole time.
It's fucking retarded.
I have a pretty low demon score though, so the horn in my head is actually kind of small.
So they do a Mass Effect, if you do bad stuff, you look like a devil, kind of.
Yeah, but yeah. The piece of shrapnel in your head.
That is so stupid.
It's bigger or smaller.
Does it have any bearing on, like, the ending, whether you're good or bad?
I highly doubt it.
Ugh.
Which is good, because in the previous games, when they tried to fucking apply that, it was just a disaster, because it made the game worse.
So the bad guy in Metal Gear 1 and 2 is this guy and not really the boss?
I think
Yeah,
he's just the
yes,
bad guy in
that's
one,
right.
isn't he?
He's a bad guy. Is it one or
Oh,
two?
so Boss isn't a villain.
Yeah,
Oh.
and the fucking boss, real boss, is like secretly he's doing this stuff.
I mean, so this is the guy who literally goes on to train Snake.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a fucking game with that, where it's like, oh, the fucking here's how fucking
Well,
Snake.
Snake would be like a 9-year-old by now too.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Somebody fucking
Well,
stop
MGS
him!
or Metal Gear 1 is supposed to
Fucking-
take place in like the mid 90s or early 90s.
Somebody stop Kojima, for Christ's sake!
But instead, this game is one of the biggest sellers of the entire year.
Well, I mean, like you said, the gameplay looks great, and that's fine. But-
It's the best game of the entire series so far, which is not saying much, I know.
I mean, if the gameplay is good, then fine. But the story is god awful.
As long as you can,
Well,
as
we
long
have
as you can
even
skip
more
it.
fucking we have 10 viewers now.
10 viewers.
Well, now it's down to 9.
Oh.
Okay,
No,
and
it's
here's the credits in case you didn't see Kojima's name enough.
Yeah, enough. Anyways, yeah,
Jesus.
I'm fucking sleepy now. We should wrap this
Yeah,
up.
I gotta go. I'm starving.
Alright, yeah, fine. Yeah, I need to fucking. Yeah, the boss. Or I missed the explanation where it's like the boss working on a secret plan
Oh.
while this other guy is taking over the fucking.
Yeah,
The
why are they just
fucking-
and why is he fucking why is Ocelot so affectionate towards him? It's like it's not the boss, it's just some asshole in a helicopter. It's the medic from the helicopter.
Well, everybody, they surgically altered his face, right?
Yeah, and gave him psychotherapy to make him forget his past.
But do they know? Does the
Oh,
boss
and they
does
gave
Miller and Ocelot know that he's
fucking
not the boss?
Ocelot also mind controlled himself so that he forgot that the boss isn't the
That's
boss.
stupid.
I forgot to mention that part.
Oh God, I can't
Yeah,
take it anymore.
every time I see, like, there's all these dumb fan comics of MGS on Tumblr,
They're
of MGS 5, of like, oh, Ocelot loves the boss. And now that I know that, I just want to reply to all of them going, it's not actually the boss, it's the fucking medic from the helicopter crash.
Do it. Ruin their lives.
Yes, that's
Well,
what
I'm
that's what
shadow
everyone
banned,
should
so they
do.
wouldn't even be able to see my reply if I
Yes.
did that.
Yeah, I think I am too.
I am still shadow banned. On top of that, though, their fucking comics, they're very anime style in that the fucking dialogue is atrocious. They're clearly made by somebody who speaks English, though, but it's like anime style dialogue and shit. So everyone's
Fucking-
talking really stilted and inhuman.
56. No. Podcast 56 was the first half. Rename 57 to it's not actually boss, it's the medic.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That'll show
If,
'em.
or if there's two separate videos,
It's too
then
late
yeah.
for no. I don't think it is two separate videos.
Oh,
I
did
think
it
it's-
overwrite it?
I- yeah,
should
don't
be-
know.
I hope not. You're the only ones who can find out. I can't.
No, I have no idea. It doesn't
I mean, it's
say.
still-
You're the
It
only
still
ones who can
says-
find out if you've watched the fucking actual. Well, I mean, you will have to wait until the fucking video.
Well, here it
goes up.
says the last video is 55 Tank will not be joining us in the Sun for the rest of his life, and then after that is just the current
I'm
stream.
pretty sure it'll form it into one single video.
Yeah, it should. I think it will just treat it as a pause instead of a discontinuation.
Oh, that'd be
It'll
nice.
form them both into one
Yes.
video. But yeah, the next video should be called "It's Not the Boss, It's His Medic," or the medic from the helicopter.
Yes.
Write that down. Write that down for the next fucking video title. Now,
Now.
do it now.
Do it now.
Now.
Do it now.
Because that has to be the fucking name. I so don't give a shit. I do not give a fuck about the feelings of these fucking twats.
Especially because it's a dumb twist. It's a
so
fucking
stupid.
retarded, stupid, meaningless,
Yeah, it
fucking
didn't even have
useless
to be.
twist.
It did not even have to be. It could have just been the boss. It could have just been the boss in a coma for 9 years, and he lost an arm, and now he
No,
has a
because,
fucking
see-
robot arm.
See, they wanted to do all the robot arm stuff, and they can't because they already established that fucking boss doesn't have those things.
I don't
If
know,
they
did
had- you know-
established he could just be wearing gloves?
They never show him with anything.
Or
But if they
we
had
did
done,
see Liquid with a fucking human, or Ocelot has a human arm grafted onto from a corpse A
If they
motherfucking dead body fucking grafted onto his fucking arm.
if they had just set it in the future with Snake, they could have done all those things. It would have been fine. You wouldn't have
Yeah,
to
just
like
fucking
twist yourself in a knot
made
with
it
these
so
stupid.
make it so somebody else made a clone of Big Boss, and now he's like 20, and he's fucking making a new Outer Heaven army, or so. Just
Yeah,
rehash the same shit over and over
have
again.
him
That's fine.
trained by old Snake. How about that?
Have it
Oh,
so
it's so
old Snake
stupid.
didn't die, and then he gets nanotech therapy, and he's young again.
Yeah, he's fine.
And then have him. It's like I'm gonna build a base so that we can do these things. And
So that GW never comes back again. Some stupid like that. It'd be fine. And then in the course of the whole thing, he loses his arm.
I'll just create a new threat. Create a totally new threat. Something new. That Skullface is basically just fucking an asshole. And you know, it at least
He's
works
a
in the
nobody.
game.
Yeah, he's
He's a
yet
nobody, but
another
at least
nobody.
it fucking works in the game. You know, one things that I really liked, which they kind of take away from you with the promise of quiet, is the idea that you're going to have your own fucking collection of freaks. The best collection of freaks
Yeah, you
outside of
basically make
Foxhound.
your own. Yeah, you make your own fucking foxhound. Basically, you make your own like stable of villains.
Yeah, your stable of weird villains who have superpowers that can't be explained, and that there's no way some guy on foot would ever be able to fucking take them on, and yet, you know, it kind of explains that.
I mean, they're kind of out of time for backstory. Next step is Foxhound. They can't.
Well,
redo-
Kojima's out of the fucking picture. I don't even know if there's even gonna ever be another game.
God, I hope not. Please stop doing this
I,
to me.
I really love the jumping elements of these games.
Do
Fucking
ya?
hilarious.
Do you though?
Fucking. Some of the fucking most fun I've ever had is laughing at the fucking bullshit in
shit.
MGS3. A
I
guy
don't
made
think it's
of bees.
funny.
He's
It's fucking
made
driving
of bees.
me crazy.
He's fucking made of bees, and then there's a guy who's a ghost. Wait, that's not even the worst part. I'm forgetting stupid shit. There's also the guy, the Fear. That's like one of the sloppiest boss fights ever. Okay, what the fuck am I doing here? Force search team soldiers, driver of transport vehicle, extracting the Soviet soldier planning to assassinate the CIA agent, extracted 2 prisoners being held in the various bases.
Alright, I gotta go. I'm starving to death.
Alright, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna stop the fucking thing here. I'll fucking figure this shit out later. I'll still be playing the game someday.
Someday.
We have 9 viewers, so we actually have a kind of a record.
Hey, maybe this thing's taken off. This podcast.
Did you post it to your Twitter?
Yeah.
So yeah, that probably has something to do with it.
No, they don't. I did it before, and there was nowhere near this many people.
Yeah, it was up to 10 at one point. And if we have 10 simultaneous viewers during the live stream, that just means we're gonna have like a few hundred people who will eventually click on the fucking thing.
Clumsworth's gonna be in for a nice treat to fucking watch us later. Boy, it's great to be able to fucking watch and listen to our great, brilliant
And for
podcasts.
free. And for free.
Yeah, just for free. I mean, not only for free, we're shutting down the Patreon, especially because it got fucking hacked.
All this wisdom.
The Patreon got hacked?
Yeah, Patreon was hacked. Like someone posted about it on the board. Even
Oh.
there was fucking full on. I changed the password and that kind of shit. But it's like
Oh, okay.
it's pretty sad.
So they're not gonna lose their information or anything.
Yeah, they claim that like the credit card numbers weren't lost or leaked or anything.
They always say
like,
that though.
Someone says, "Please, no more MGS next time." Next time will probably still be MGS.
Well, we don't have to talk. I could play something else. I could play Dead State.
You can play whatever you want. It doesn't matter.
State
I
of
could play whatever
Decay.
the fuck. Yeah, State of Decay. I was actually intending on beating that. That's a fucking really cool game, and that's only like $15. This is 60. That's 15, and I'd say they're both about as good as each other.
Yes, exactly. Although fucking, I think some of the actiony stuff from Metal Gear Solid 5 probably is a lot more
Well,
polished.
there's definitely a lot more polish. A lot more shit actually works in this, as opposed to State of Decay, which is actually kind of buggy. Because
yeah,
again,
it's a lot more rougher around the
In fact,
edges.
it's State of Decay Year 1 because the fucking original version was even worse.
Ta-ta for now.
Alright.
Yeah, alright, wrap it up.
Bye-bye.
Alright,
show.
fuck it.
Fuck it.
Goodbye, Jews.
Goodbye, Jews.
Alright,